Y'all, come on up in here, honey. We ain't playing no 5 minute intro, honey. Come on in here. Come on in here. Come on in here. Let's get this over with. Come on in here. She said, yes, we back. We back. Let me let a few more people get in here, y'all. I'm going to sleep good today, child. Woo! I think I got to break this down, child, but I got to break this down, y'all. For real. She said, no sound. Y'all hear me? No sound. Y'all don't hear me? She said, I gotta go to the bathroom and you are on more. Let me know if y'all can hear me. People just text me and said they couldn't hear me. Well, one person did anyway. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Do I need to go out and come back in? She said, yeah, we hear you just fine. Why she said she can hear me? Y'all, I'm looking at another microphone. If the good Lord let me get it, I'll get it. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Amazon, maybe tomorrow, Tuesday or something. I don't know. She said, I hear you, but you froze. Am I froze? I'm not live. I mean, I'm live, but I'm not froze. This is a picture, an overlay I put up here. See? There I go. Can you see me now? I just put this helper picture up here because I'm about to talk about it. I wanted y'all to see this. Oh, y'all thought I was looking like this right now? She said, I am too. I got off at 4, but normally don't get sleepy until 7 or 9. Child, I'm gonna be so out of it today. And guess what? We supposed to be going to do some old Lord I'm in control. I'll do this live right quick. First of all, I kind of wanted more people on here, but they'll see it tomorrow. I'm sure they're gonna see it. Okay. Now, earlier when I did a live, I accused this girl named Humble Me Hype of being the one that went on Toya's platform. Well, y'all already know how I operate, right? If y'all know Amore, y'all know how I operate. If Amore gets something wrong, Amore will always come out here and correct it. I don't care. I don't care if it's embarrassing. I don't care if, I don't care how it made me look. If I ever get something wrong, I'm going to pull my big girl panties on and I'm going to come out here and correct it. That's just what type of person I am, especially when somebody provide me proof. That is what Raw Truth did today. Okay. So I accused Humble Me Hype of being the one that went on Toya panel. She wasn't the one that went on Toya panel, but nevertheless, she's still a liar, right? She's still a liar because one, she lied on Brianna, okay, saying that she knew her. Brianna was in the 9th grade and she got pregnant and she wanted to be, wanted to hang with the cool people. Nobody liked her. She started rumors or whatever, and the girl was just a lie. Okay. She said she graduated in 2002. Okay. She said she was a senior in 2002. Brianna was 9 years old in 2002. Okay. So she straight flat out lied on Brianna. Okay. Now, Truth Raw in the City, whatever her name is, trying to say she probably got the wrong Brianna. She can say that all she wants to. I got video footage of this girl saying it was the right Brianna. Okay. She said, no, they asked her. Okay. And I may play that another day, but I may not because I don't even think at this point it's important no more. She got called out for her bullshit ass lie. You got to be a dead donkey to believe this girl. Okay. She lied. She didn't know Brianna, and neither did this chick right here. Okay. Now let's talk about this chick, but let me just finish up on Humble Me Hype right quick. Humble Me Hype is a liar, but she's not the one that went on Toya's panel. Okay, not the one that went on Toya's panel, but she did go on several other content creators panels, like Joppies, like Reddit's, and I think she may have went on one or two others. Okay, nevertheless, she's still a liar. She also lied about saying that she had all these government officials on the phone and she ain't have nobody on the damn phone listening to her weird ass. And when Raw Truth said it was probably just content, so I guess every time you lie, you could just chump it up and say it's content. Is that what we doing this day? Oh, I was just doing content. No, I'll get somebody else to do it. But anyway, I want y'all to listen to this 6 minutes live, this 6 minute live as I break this one down. This is the 40-something-year-old young lady. This is the 40-something-year-old young lady. You heard me. 40-something-year-old young lady that went on Toya's panel, okay, and said that she was Brianna's childhood friend, okay. And she said she was Brianna's childhood friend, and she said Brianna's daddy messed with her. But let's just break this one down, okay? Let's break this line down. Right, here we go.
You are work nights, and the nights my mom had to work.
Let me know if y'all can hear that, please. Let me know before I move forward. Let me know if y'all can hear that.
Go over there and spend the night there. It was like every night that I went over there, he would come in the room. It wasn't like, it was like he would pull his vest out and like either rub it on me or miss. I mean, it was just.
And how old were you then when he was doing all of this to you? How old were you?
Maybe about 12, around 12.
Now, let me just stop it right here, okay? Let me just say something to y'all for a second. The fact that she just had to guess how old she was like maybe about 12. For her to have to even think about her age, right there tells me she's a liar. Now, I don't know how many of y'all out there have been sexually assaulted. I told y'all that already. That ain't nothing new, okay? You don't forget your age, okay? You don't forget how old you were when you were sexually assaulted. So you're not going to say maybe about 12. You're going to know how old you were, okay? Trust me on that. You're going to know how old you were, all right? So let's go, all right? Let's go, because I'm going to point out some more of her damn lies, okay?
And how old were you then when he was doing all of this to you? How old were you?
Maybe about 12. Yeah, 12, around 12, 13. Because I was in, let me get it right. I was in middle school because I ended up telling my counselor. I didn't go to my parents, but I was cool with my counselor in middle school.
So, right.
Now, she said she didn't go to her parents, but she went to her counselor, okay? She didn't go to her parents, but she went to her counselor, is what she said. Her counselor at the school. She said she was in middle school. Now, what we know about Brianna, in middle school, Brianna was where? Does anybody know? Well, let me help you out. Middle school, Brianna was in Michigan, okay? She didn't come back to North Carolina until high school, the 9th grade, okay? How many times has she told us that? She did not come back to live with her dad until high school. She was with her mother in Michigan, okay? So if she's 12 and in North Carolina, Brianna was in Michigan, how are they friends? How are they going to school together? How are they hanging out? This girl is in North Carolina. Okay? All right, let's continue. 12 years old, middle school is what she said.
Middle school. So
right.
And she ended up calling my parents.
So
let's go back because she said she told the counselor and the counselor told her parents. Now listen to this. Now, first of all, raise your hand. Not only raise your hand, just give me the answer. If you tell your counselor that you have been sexually assaulted, okay? A man whipped his thing out and rubbed it on you. Is the counselor going to call the police, the principal, and get social services and stuff involved? Or are they going to call the parents? Which one? Please tell me in the comments for the ones that's in the back. Tell me how this works. Because they ain't calling the parents, honey, baby. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're not calling the parents. They're either going to call social services or the popo, okay? Because that's a crime. That ain't no jokey joke. That's a whole effing crime. Do you hear me? They trying to get the child removed immediately, all right? They ain't calling your parent. What they gonna call your parent for? If you scared to tell your parent, then why they gonna tell your parent? She said, I didn't tell my parents. I told my counselor. The counselor is not going to turn around and be like, Mrs. Davis Johnson, did you know that Jalen was being touched? No, I'm going to find out from people higher than the counselor at the school. Do you hear me? It's a mandatory report. Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. Okay. All right, let's continue because, people want to play on people's intelligence, honey. They want to make people think they dumb as hell. Okay, let's go.
12, around 12, 13. Because I was in
round 12 or 13.
Let me get it right. I was in middle school because
What I tell y'all about liars? What did I tell y'all about liars earlier? I said, when you ask a liar a question, when they give you an answer, they're going to give you way more than you asked for. She said, how old were you? She said, 12 or around 13. Oh, yeah, it was 12 because I was in middle school. Yeah, I was in middle school. I was in middle school. They add more shit to it, okay, because she's a liar, okay? All right, let's continue. Come on, let's go.
Because I was in, let me get it right.
Let's go. Somebody, let me get it right. Let me get it right. How do you have to get it right? If somebody whipped their dick out at you at 12 years old, you're gonna remember that, okay? Okay? You're not gonna let me get it right, let me get it right. No, you're gonna know it. It ain't no let me get it right.
Maybe about 12. Yeah, 12, around 12, 13. Because I was in, let me get it right. I was in middle school because I ended up telling my counselor. I didn't go to my parents, but I was cool with my counselor in middle school. So
said all that. Now she asked her how old was she, right? Listen to this. She said, how old were you? Right? Her answer was this. She didn't say I was 12 years old. She said 12 or around 13. Let me get it right. Let me get it right because I didn't go to my parents. I went to my counselor and my counselor ended up telling my parents. Now, this is all after being asked, what? This is all being asked, how old were you? Do you understand what I'm saying? She said, how old were you? And she gave her, hold on, 12 or maybe 13. Let me get it right. Because yeah, I was in middle school and I went and told my counselor and my counselor told my parents. Liars do that. Liars do that. I don't know if y'all know that. Liars do that. They give you way more than you ask for. Again, let's listen to this liar again, okay? Hold on, let's go back. Okay, hold on.
When he was doing all of this to you, how old were you?
maybe about 12. Yeah, 12, around 12, 13. Because I was in, let me get it right. I was in middle school because I ended up telling my counselor. I didn't go to my parents, but I was cool with my counselor in middle school. So I went to her, and she ended up calling my parents.
And the counselor ended up calling my parents. Did you hear that? And she ended up calling my parents. Girl, bye. Your lying fucking ass.
So my question is, did you tell your parents or you just told the guidance counselor?
I told the guidance counselor, and the guidance counselor told my parents.
She told the guidance counselor at her school. Now listen to this next question right here, y'all. Because if you don't fall out your chair on this next question, I don't know what. Okay? Listen to this.
Okay. So was he ever charged with it?
No, I ain't hear nothing else about it.
I wish I had a sound machine right now. Because if I had one of the sound machines, I'd be playing crickets right now, okay? If I had a sound machine, I would be playing crickets right now. How the hell are you going to tell your counselor at the school? Your counselor at the school told your parents. And he was never charged. Did you just hear what the hell I just said to you? Now, that's why I like dealing with a group of intelligent individuals. I don't like dealing with dumb people. Dumb people that will just sit in the audience and say, oh my God, wow, I'm so sad this happened to you. I like talking to intelligent people that know the difference. Okay? This girl just said she told the counselor at the school. The counselor at the school told her parents. And this man was never charged and she never heard nothing else about it. But hold on, y'all, we ain't done. Because she continues to be cool with Bree. Listen to this. Her daddy then whipped his thing out and put it on her. And she continued to be BFF with Bree. Listen to this bullshit. Listen to this bullshit. Because let me tell you something. My daughter was never touched. Let me just say that. But my daughter did tell me that her friend Danielle's stepdaddy got up in the middle of the night. Now, my daughter wasn't there. Her friend told her over the phone that my daughter's friend Danielle told her over the phone that she saw her stepdaddy, get up in the middle of the night, butt naked, and get something out of the refrigerator. My daughter told me that, and she was never allowed to go over Danielle's house ever again. She only saw Danielle at school until we moved. Do you understand what I'm saying? They could no longer be playmates unless Danielle came to my house. Let me take that back. But she was never, ever, ever allowed over Danielle's house no more. Do you think I'm going to let my daughter go over someone's house that's walking around naked, getting stuff out of the refrigerator? Hell to the motherfucking no. So you think that her parents is going to continue to let her play with Bree? Listen to these lies, okay? because she said they were still cool. All right, listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Go to my parents, but I was cool with my counselor in middle school. So I went to her, and she ended up calling my parents.
So my question is, did you tell your parents or you just told the guidance counselor?
I told the guidance counselor, and the guidance counselor told my parents. Called
Okay.
my mom.
So was he ever charged with it?
No, I ain't hear nothing else about it. She just stopped
Okay.
taking me over there. But still, at the end of the day, me and Brianna was still cool because nobody rocked with her. She was like different.
She said she just stopped taking me over there. But at the end of the day, me and Brianna was still cool because nobody else rocked with her. Your daddy whipped his big black long snake out at me. Okay? But we still cool. Listen, real parents wouldn't even let you even talk to that person no more if their daddy did that to you. You understand what I'm saying? Honey, we take that shit personal, honey. You can't talk to her, her brother, her sister, her cousin. You can't talk to these people no more, honey. We're going to look at them as contaminated. You understand what I'm saying? The whole family going to be contaminated. The whole family going to be off limits, okay? First of all, the daddy going to be in jail, and I still ain't going to like the little girl. Do you understand what I'm saying? If somebody's daddy whipped their thing out and rubbed it on my daughter, you are not friends with her no more. You ain't gonna ever say nothing to her no more. You understand what I'm saying? Until maybe you grown and find her on social media somewhere. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ain't no real parent gonna let you still be friends with a little girl. I don't care if she did it or not. Her daddy did it. They contaminated. Get away from my child with your perverted daddy is how I would look at it. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, that's how you know this girl lying. But let's continue. Let's continue.
Did you tell your parents or you just told the guidance counselor?
I told the guidance counselor, and the guidance counselor told my parents. Called
Okay.
my mom.
So was he ever charged with it?
No, I ain't hear nothing else about it. She just stopped
Okay.
taking me over there. But still, at the end of the day, me and Brianna was still cool because nobody rocked with her. She was like different.
Right.
And the type of person I don't like nobody to pick on nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I try to be that friend to her. But it's like she took it out on me. What her dad was on like it was my fault.
So let me get this right. So she knew what her daddy was doing to you.
Right.
And
because
she
I
didn't-
talked to her.
And she didn't try to stop it or tell her mother or
Come to
nobody?
find out, I realized why she felt it's because he was doing the same thing to her.
She said, who's at the bottom? This girl right here, the liar, that said that she was Brianna's childhood friend that got touched by her daddy at 12 years old when Brianna was living in Michigan with her damn mama. This liar that came up on Toya's panel, her, okay? Toya at the top, and this liar right here is at the bottom, okay? All right, let's continue.
OMG, take the Lord.
Hold on. Yeah,
Still at the end of
she says, oh yeah, Brianna know, because he was doing it to Brianna too. So he was doing it to both of them, and they were still cool with each other. Okay, all right, yeah, okay.
the day, me and Brianna was still cool because nobody rocked with her. She was like different.
Right.
And the type of person I don't like nobody to pick on nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I try to be that friend to her. But it's like she took it out on me. What her dad was on like it was my fault.
So let me get this right. So she knew what her daddy was doing to you.
Right.
And
because
she
I
didn't-
talked to her.
And she didn't try to stop it or tell her.
Oh, and she 12 years old. Now listen to you can tell Toya is not a good interviewer. Toya, bitch ass, weird ass, literally just asked, and she ain't try to stop it. She 12 years old though, right? Brianna's supposed to be 12. She's supposed to be 12. They childhood friends. They supposed to be 12 years old, right? And she literally just said, she looking at, see, Toya dumb as fuck, right? So Toya's looking at Bree as in being 31 years old, like she is now. Well, I think she's 32. But anyway, at the time of this video, she was 31. So she's like, and she didn't try to stop it as if Bree was 12 years old. How can Bree stop it if her mama didn't even stop it? The guidance counselor didn't stop it. Why should Bree stop it at 12 years old? Make that make sense. Make that make sense, right? Little lying ass.
Be that friend to her. But it's like she took it out on me. What her dad was on like it was my fault.
So let me get this right. So she knew what her daddy was doing to you.
Right.
And
Because
she
I
didn't,
talked to her.
and she didn't try to stop it or tell her mother or
Come to find
nobody.
out, I realized why
Well, she was with her mom in Michigan. She don't know this bitch, Toya. She don't know this bitch, and you probably know that.
she felt like she felt.
I believe that this girl, I believe somebody told me it was a Toya cousin, but Toya act like she don't know who the girl is. But somebody told me it was Toya cousin. I can't remember who told me, but they said it was Toya cousin. But y'all do know that Toya tried to get somebody from the audience to come and pretend like they knew me and shit. You know, it was two things. It was somebody else wanted somebody to come in the audience. Somebody said it was my niece. That was one thing. And then she tried to get somebody else to come and said they went to school with me, childhood friend with me. But she don't even know what the hell I grew up at. She don't know what the hell. She don't know. They don't know no childhood friend. She don't know what the fuck I grew up at. You understand what I'm saying? She don't even know if I was in the United States when I was younger. Okay, because my daddy was military too. She don't know where the fuck I grew up at. That's one thing, right? So that, and when I said something about my niece, when they said that my niece was there, I said, ask them where I grew up at. They never asked where I grew up at because that person that pretended like she my niece would never, ever be able to tell nobody where I grew up at because they don't fucking know where I grew up at. You understand what I'm saying? But at any rate, so they tried to get somebody to lie and say it was my niece, tried to get somebody to lie and say it was effing off on Jay. And I think she tried to get somebody to lie and say it was my son or some shit like that too. You understand what I'm saying? But let's continue.
It's because he was doing the same thing to her.
OMG, take the Lord Jesus. Now, hold on now, because I don't want to put no words in your mouth, baby. Listen, that's why I said I wanted you to tell your own story, because people like to put in and take away. So, I mean, I want you to tell me again. You said that she didn't tell because of what?
Because he was doing the same thing to her.
And what was he doing exactly? You said pulling his private out to you or touching you?
Yeah, he was
Both?
touching me. Sometimes he'll pull it out, just mess with it in front of me, or sometimes he'll rub it on me. But as far as
That is crazy.
I don't know if it went farther than it did with me.
Right.
But I know he was doing inappropriate that he don't need to be doing to a daughter or anybody for that matter.
Yeah, that is crazy. So did she ever tell you that he did touch her, or you're just assuming that he was doing it to her because he was doing it to you?
She told me.
She told you
she
that?
told me.
Oh, yes. God. So I'm going to ask you a question. Now, a lot of people has reached out and went.
First happening, and she was like, go ahead.
I was saying, like, a lot of people has got his criminal background and all of that and been posting it all over social media. Now, on the criminal background,
be honest,
yes, it's been everywhere on social media, but it says incest rape. So I'm trying to figure out. The world wants to know who was it that was incest molestation. You know what I'm saying?
I can't say for sure because, like I said, I hadn't seen it, so I hadn't heard about it.
Right.
You know, I didn't hear about the man got arrested for it. But
yeah, I didn't know if you had heard about it back in the day because the charge was an old charge. You know,
I hadn't heard about it. Like I said, when I got older, I kind of like backed away from her. You get what I'm saying? And I started hanging with another group of friends. Me and her started back talking when I turned 15 and I got pregnant with my daughter.
Okay, now I want y'all to hear something very. I need for you guys to put your hearing aids on because I need y'all to hear this. Okay, I'm gonna play it several times and see if y'all catch it. Okay, all right. Let me start just a little bit. Listen to her. Okay, listen to the timeline of her pregnancy.
Old charge. You know,
I hadn't heard about it. Like I said, when I got older, I kind of like backed away from her. You get what I'm saying? And I started hanging with another group of friends. Me and her started back.
Now, she was 12 years old when it happened. And she said when she got older, she backed away and then they got back together or whatever, right? Listen to this.
Talking when I turned 15 and I got pregnant with my daughter. Then we started, back trying to be friends because she wanted to be the godmother to my daughter.
The godmother at 15. Now, listen to this. She got pregnant at 15. Her and Brianna was childhood friends. She got pregnant at 15 and Brianna wanted to be the godmother to her child at 15 years old. Listen to this, y'all. Listen.
That's crazy.
Wait a minute, hold on. I think I may have missed it.
I heard about it back in the day because the charge was an old charge. You know.
I haven't heard about it. Like I said, when I got older, I kind of like backed away from her. You get what I'm saying? And I
Right.
started hanging with another group of friends. Me and her started back talking when I turned 15 and I got pregnant with my daughter. Then we started, back trying to be friends because she wanted to be the godmother to my daughter.
Mm. That's
So
crazy. So have you spoke to her recently with all of this mess been going on?
no, I reached out to her, no response, no nothing. I'm like, girl, we used to share clothes. Really, you acting like this? And
Yeah,
she used
that's
to be like,
crazy.
I confided in her when this stuff was going on. And it's been things throughout my life I wanted to confide in her in. You get what I'm saying? And
Right.
nothing,
So you
nothing.
assume y'all still was
So I
close and
asked
y'all still had
old
that
people that I
friend
remember.
bond. I said,
Okay,
so
like I got other
I
friends.
know when you friends with a girl and you're young. I mean, so that's why I was just saying, like, what made you reach out to her? Like, was it something you heard or you just wanted to check in on her? You
No,
know,
I was checking in. When I had my son, we always talked about, okay, I would talk to her every now and again, like every blue moon. I had 3 girls. My baby, when I said I was 15, I got pregnant. I had her at 16. Then I had one at 20 and like 30. But
Now she said it fast, but this is what she said. She said, I had 3 girls. So she got 4 kids, 3 girls and a boy. She had my first one. She said, I got pregnant at 15, had her at 16. Then I had another one at 20. And then I had my other one at 30 something. She said 30 something. She didn't say 32. She said 30 something. Listen to this. So if she said 30 something, let's go back. Because if she was 30 something, that tells you that she ain't 30 now. She in her 40s, right? Listen.
to her. Like, was it something you heard or you just wanted to check in on her? You
no,
know,
I was checking in. When I had my son, we always talked about, okay, I would talk to her every now and again, like every blue moon. I had 3 girls. My baby, when I said I was 15, I got pregnant. I had her at 16. Then I had one at 20 and like 30. But my girls,
She said it fast, 30 something. Did you hear it at 30 something? Let's go back a little bit.
to her. Like, was it something you heard or you just wanted to check in on her? You
no,
know,
I was checking in. When I had my son, we always talked about, okay, I would talk to her every now and again, like every blue moon. I had 3 girls. My baby, when I said I was 15, I got pregnant. I had her at 16. Then I had one at 20 and like 30. But my girls, she was there. Every time I had one, you know what I'm saying?
Either she said 30 something or 36, because that was an S that came out her mouth. Let's try it one more time. She did say 30 something real fast.
Every blue moon. I had 3 girls. My baby, when I said I was 15, I got pregnant. I had her at 16. Then I had one at 20 and like 30. But my girls, she was there. Every time I had one, you know what I'm saying, we would conversate. So finally,
right.
5 years ago, I had a boy, because we're always talking about you can't have nothing but girls, you can't have nothing but girls. That's all she used to say to me. And I was like, I finally got my boy 5 years ago. So I was excited about it. So I tried to reach out to her about that. Nothing. All right, when I heard the stuff about Robert, nothing.
Wow, that's crazy. And you a childhood friend and she didn't respond to you.
Mm-mm. And it's a lot of
That's
people
crazy.
like from here. She don't rock with. That's why I said she's got all new
Mm.
friends. The ones that she
Right,
knew
right. A lot of new
beforehand,
friends.
they don't exist to her no more. But since she's gotten where she is, she like I said, accumulated new friends. So around here, she nobody basically. But that's not how my heart is. At the end of the day, I know she's been through the same thing I've been through, so I feel for her to a certain extent. But don't try to play me. Don't do
Right, I
that.
feel you. Yeah, that's crazy. So let me ask you a lot of
And listen to this. I'm glad you said that, Tara, because the further along the line, Toya says, "Oh, I'm gonna provide proof," and never, ever, ever drop a picture or nothing. Nobody have. None of these childhood fucking friends have came up with a photo of them and Brianna. Okay, not even a picture of Brianna. by themselves, by herself. All right. No receipts, no proof, no nothing, just lies.
People on here want you to say the name.
So now she get ready to ask. Listen to this, right? They get, and I end up turning the video off after the girl drops down. But she's getting ready to ask her, what's the name of the person that touched you? So now she's about to ask her, what is Brianna's father's name? People want to know. People want to know that you know 100% that it was the guy that really touched you. Then all of a sudden she's gonna lose connection, okay? Because she ain't gonna, because she probably don't know what his name. She probably forgot.
Not how my heart is. At the end of the day, I know she's been through the same thing I've been through, so I feel for her to a certain extent. But don't try to play me. Don't
Right,
do
I
that.
feel you. Yeah, that's crazy. So let me ask you, a lot of people on here want you to say the name of the guy that tried to touch you and her father. What's his name? Because I guess they don't believe that you really know who it is. They want to know what's his name.
Say what now?
I said the followers, and she got off. Her phone went off.
Then she dropped down when she asked what's Bree's father's name. Okay, somebody said, Amor, are the charges true? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've seen paperwork with that name on there, right? And I've seen some charges. But let me just say this. I don't know. And I'm not here to defend him or to accuse him, right? However, all I can say is if it's true, I don't think he ever went to jail. So I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know, you know? She never said it was, I don't even think we actually talked about that. But I did ask her about the girl, the Humble Me Hype girl. I was like, were you around during that time? She was like, no, I was in Detroit. Okay. So I know that at 12 years old, right, she was still living in Michigan with her mom. She wasn't even with her daddy. She didn't come back and start staying with her daddy until high school. High school, the 9th grade, is when she asked her mom, can she come live with her dad? Okay. She said that means she had her last at 26, Miss 30 something real fast. So now this girl, this random ass chick with 5 kids or whatever. Wait a minute, she said 3, 4. I think she said she got 3 girls and a boy. So 4 kids. Some random chick with 4 kids come on there and claim she the childhood best friend, but then drops off when she asked what's the father's name, right? She's like, oh shit, I forgot. She would know what age if she had her last child at 30 something, because it would be recent, because they barely 30 something now. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And this was last year when Brianna was 31. Excuse me, when Brianna was 31. So if it was 30 something, why would she say 30 something? I was 20 something. Somebody said, when you had your son, girl, I was 20 something. Child, I was 18. When you had your daughter, I was 20 something. I was 29. I was 29 years old. You know how old you are when you have your children. Okay? She said, I remember a lot from the Keeping Up with the Truth page. Very, very disturbing. Exactly, Stephanie. Very, very disturbing. But she was one of the girls that came up on Toya's panel. Now, again, I heard that it was Toya's cousin, but let me let y'all see her face. I heard that it was Toya's cousin, okay? Now, if y'all find out who this young lady is, please let me know. I hope her freaking face goes viral, because she's another liar, okay? Her and Humble Me Hype are both liars. Why would someone come forth and try to say that they were childhood friends with you? The way they was really talking, they was making it seem like Brianna was some real celebrity for real. And then they mad because she don't talk to people in Rocky Mount, which we know that's not true. How many times have Brianna had parties and her Rocky Mount friends came? It's more than one. It's more than one. Her Rocky Mount friends actually come to her damn parties. If nobody is at her party, the Rocky Mount people are there. Am I right or am I wrong? She's been rocking with the Rocky Mount people for the longest. They show up. But then you get these randoms. And then the Humble Me Hype girl, they ask, what color is her mama? I think she white and mixed with something. And the only reason why she said that is because of the picture. But if she knew Brianna, I've never even met Brianna, and I know the race of her mama. Why? Because Brianna told me. Her mama is mixed, black, white, and Asian. Okay? But if she was a childhood friend, don't you think she would have known that? I don't know. She looked white. That's what Humble Me Hype said. But if they friends or she knew her, she would know her mom was mixed with Asian, right? She's black, white, and Asian. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, Humble Me Hype said, she said she told so many lies. First, she said that they were in the 9th grade. Brianna and her sister was in the 9th grade, and she was in the 12th. Okay? She also said that Brianna was 34, 35, or 36 or some shit or whatever. She said she graduated in 2002. Brianna was 9 years old in 2002. She said this girl had a whole baby and gave it away. Gave the baby away. I don't know what she did with the baby. I don't know if she gave it away or what. But she said she was pregnant when she knew her. For 2 months, she says. She said this is the same ish they do to Cora. Just keep coming up with the BS stories. Exactly, Eve. But my thing is, why? Why? They would be livid if somebody did that to their daughter. If they have a daughter and somebody come up with fabricate this crazy, wild ass story about their daughter and say stuff like, oh, they slept with everybody in the town and she was just, town hoe and she got pregnant at 9 years old. She got pregnant very, very young and stuff like that. Like if people did that to their daughter, how would they feel? But they were very comfortable with doing it. Very, very comfortable with doing it. You can tell that this girl is lying. This girl said this man whipped this thing out and put it on her, and he was never charged. So I don't know what happened. I just never heard of it again. Come on. Does that happen? Is North Carolina one of those states that would let a grown man take his thing out and put it on a child, and she tells her counselor at the school, and the counselor at the school don't do shit? Is that how North Carolina is? I've lived in North Carolina, but I didn't live there as a child, right? But is that how North Carolina is? The girl is a liar. A liar. Then you got Humble Me Hype saying jealous. What I got to be jealous of? Girl, you must ain't never seen me. And then when we did see her, right? The Humble Me Hype girl saying, what I got to be jealous of? You ain't never seen me. And then when we did see her, right? She looked like a whole animal. She really does. She don't even look, she looks, oh my God, horrible. But she says, why do I have to be jealous? I don't know. And then she kept saying, but she won't respond to me. She won't respond to me. These girls say all of these bad things about Bree, but have you noticed that both of them says, but she won't respond to me? But she won't respond to me. They want Bree to respond to them. They want to tell these lies on Bree. I'm gonna tell you what I think it's called. It's fake beef. Oh, Brianna has 3 million followers. If I lie on her and try to fake beef with her, then maybe I'll get followers. I mean, what other reason? What other reason? Well, let me just make up this lie on her, fake beef with her, and maybe I'll get followers. She said, nope, I'm from North Carolina and I know someone who got sentenced to 10 years. Oh, Lord. See? And she said she told the counselor, she said, jealous both Cora and Brianna are effortlessly beautiful and made money. The green-eyed monsters come out. Exactly. Exactly, Eve. That's what it has to be. Because how you just gonna make up a lie like that? Seriously. And then when you ask what's the name of the person that touched you, then all of a sudden you lose connection. She ain't lost connection the whole damn rest of the time, right? But she mysteriously lose connection when she can't remember Brianna's daddy name. Now, the whole thing sounded so, oh my God, horribly lies, right? Your mama continued to let you go play with a little girl that daddy touched you. And daddy touched her too. Don't forget, she said her daddy touched her too. And your mama continued to let you play with her. And you want to continue to play with her. And even when you got older, you wanted to continue to play with her. And mind you, since she went to go stay with her dad and her mama died, remember? She still was very, very close to her dad. She said she had a baby when she was 16, 20, 30 something. And then she said 5 years ago, right? And she said when she had one 5 years ago, she reached out to Brianna and Brianna didn't respond. Well, 5 years ago, she was married to LaTruth in Atlanta. Well, her daddy was still coming in and out the house, practically almost living with them, right? Why would you still want? Do you think that I want to reach out to anybody that have anything to do with the guy that touched me? You think I want to talk to anybody? No, I don't want to talk to anybody that has anything to do with him, right? Are you gonna want to? Are you gonna want to call the girl that daddy touched you and you know he wasn't never held accountable? And for her to be touched at 12, she said so like, oh, I was like 12 or 13, like nonchalant, like, well, let me get it right now. Let me get it right. I was 12 or 13, yeah, because I was in middle school, yeah, because I remember, yeah, I had to be in middle school because I told my counselor and I didn't tell my mama, but I told my counselor and then my counselor told my mama. Liar. A liar. She's a whole liar. So if anybody see this face right here, this is one of Brianna haters. And I'm going to keep it on the thumbnail so everybody that comes to YouTube can see this person's face and somebody is going to know this face, okay? Somebody is going to see this face and say, I know this girl with this flipped hair. And this house she's standing behind look very familiar. And I'm going to keep it up there. I am. Because this girl is a liar. She's an effing liar. Now she wants to come forward. And if she wants to admit what she did and she wants to apologize, I'll take her picture down. But until then, this picture's going to stay up there. It's going to stay up there. She's a liar. Just like Humble Me Heights. Humble Me Heights is a liar too. She's a whole liar. Brianna was living with her mama in Michigan. Now, if they would have known that, maybe they could have lined up the town a little different. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe they would have been like, oh, well, when I was 4 and she was 4, then it happened, da, 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 da. But before Brianna and daddy and mama split up, they were living in North Carolina. When they split up, they moved. The mother was a whole school teacher in Michigan. And her daughter was living with her. Okay, until she said that she wants to live with her daddy in North Carolina. And that's when she moved back to Rocky Mount or whatever part of North Carolina it was. If she would have told the school counselor, the counselor would have contacted the social services and they would have done an investigation. Valerie. But guess what she said? She never heard nothing else about it. Where they do that at? Where do they do that at? Where do they just hear that a man whipped out his whole snake and put it on you and he didn't get in no trouble? She told the counselor just said, Mom, I need you to know something, Mom. I need you to know something. This is what happened, okay? I just want to let you know. I'm going to keep it on the low now. We're not going to call the cops or anything. I just need you to deal with it, okay, Mom? All right, I'll deal with it. Okay, all right. Well, when you want to go back over there? She said, we were still cool. My mama didn't take me over there no more, but we were still cool. Goodbye, your lying ass. Then she turns around and get pregnant at 15. The same girl that got the snake put on her, right? At 12, turn around and get pregnant at 15. And said that Brianna asked to be the godmother of the child at 15. She had a baby at 16, though. Woo, child. She probably was the town hoe. Probably around here slinging and throwing it. She got 4 kids. I ain't hear her say nothing about no husband. Did y'all? Did y'all hear her say anything about a husband? Exactly, a dangerous lie. a disgusting lie, a horrible ass lie. She said, can you pull up Creisha picture up more? I don't even know who that is. All his supporters and followers are sick and really need help. A lot of them. I ain't gonna say all. I do think a few of them might just be, I don't know. I ain't gonna say all. These people are sick mentally. Exactly. The people that can come up, and then the people that be believing this bullshit gets me. Oh my God, this is just awful. Brianna is a horrible person. And then we'll turn around and call Brianna a horrible person, right? But this is the thing. They were literally in the comments saying Brianna is a horrible person. If Brianna was a horrible person and this happened to Brianna at 12 and this happened to the girl at 12, why blaming Brianna for this bullshit? Even if it did happen. Do you see that though? You see how people will take somebody, right, and make them out to be a horrible person because now, if this was even true, which we know is a lie, right? But if it was true, so now Brianna's responsible. So now, because they literally was in the comments saying how horrible of a person Brianna was. Make that make sense? Because if she 12 and Brianna 12, how was Bree horrible? Was Bree holding her down? Do that even make sense to y'all? Brianna's such a horrible person. She's evil. She's evil. But yet, check this out though. But yet, y'all want to hear something? But yet, they don't believe that she got touched at 8 years old. They don't believe she got touched at 8. They think she lied about that. But they believe that her daddy touched her at 12 and touched this girl right along with her. But they don't believe she got touched at 8. They say, she lying about that. That ain't happened to her. She lying. That didn't happen. She lying. They even sought out to get the guy and bring him on their panel. That's how dirty and fucking low down people are. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine them going out and get the guy that touched me and want to question them? I would probably end up in jail for real, for real. Like for real, for real. But no, I wouldn't. I think I have more self-control than that. Because he reached out to me via my inbox. He tried to friend me on Facebook, right? This has been a while ago. He tried to friend me. I ignored the friendship. I ignored it. He tried to friend me again. I ignored it. He tried to friend me again. I jumped in his inbox and I said, you send me one more friend request, I'm going to tell the world what you did. I ain't heard from that motherfucker since. Do you hear me? Because he know I'm not playing. I said, you inbox me one more time and I'm going to tell the world what you did to me. Okay? He's never sent me a friend request since, ever, since that day. Because I double, triple dog dare him to. Okay? So anyway. But for someone to want to bring your abuser on their platform, they are dirty, low down ass scum of the earth. I want to bring her abuser on my platform. And I want to vindicate him. I want him to come up here and say, Bree lied, so I can say he didn't do this to you. This didn't happen. Who tells someone, this is crazy to me, right? Who tells someone that they didn't get touched? Because let me just say this right quick, and I don't mean to, I hope I'm not bringing up no bad feelings toward anybody. I hope not. But I can almost bet that 90% of the people that's listening to my voice right now, probably more, but I'm just going to say 90%, probably have been touched by someone as a child, right? Probably, right? So to say that this didn't happen to her and, oh, we're going to bring him up on the panel and vindicate him, you got to be a horrible ass human to even think about doing something like that. Let me vindicate him. Let him come up here and call you a liar. right? Anyway. Oh Lord, just sick. Just sick. She said, I thank God that we stepped in because they were attacking Bree like hell. She was broken and we came to her rescue. The beginning of this mess was horrible. It was, Shalandra. That's why I couldn't sit back, you know? I could not. And honestly, to be honest with you, I think that's why God has blessed me. Really, I do. That's why I feel like God has blessed me. You know, they probably like, oh, she's evil, she's this, she this. Well, I must have done something good because God is blessing me. Why is He blessing me? I'm not evil for calling you a name. Hmm? I'm not evil for calling you a name. Hey, Miss D, how are you, honey? I'm not evil for calling you a name. Because if you can call somebody else a name, why can't somebody call you a name? And as you notice, I have not went off on all those people over there. It's people that will tell you right now, Amore ain't never cussed me out, right? Because all of them weren't doing all the dirty, nasty, grimy stuff, right? She said, with all due respect, people develop negative feelings about Bree because Bree lied, maliciously lied on Robert. Everything else is secondary to that. But Annie, when you say she maliciously lied on him, what malicious lie did she tell? Please explain. Please explain. And you're welcome, and you're not going to get cussed out or anything like that. You know, I don't do that no more. Only time I cuss you out is you cuss me out. But what malicious lie did she tell? Please explain. Now, he's maliciously lied on her. But please explain, what lie has she told on him? No, no, no. Don't cuss at her. Because I want her to explain. Let her have her freedom and explain. I just want to know what lie did she tell? Thank you, Miss D, for the super sticker, baby. But what lie did she tell, Annie? Maybe she's typing. No, I don't think that's Robert, because you know Robert ain't gonna say no all due respect. Come on, y'all. Y'all know how Robert talk. Robert ain't gonna say no all due respect. He ain't gonna say that. He gonna come up and call us bitches or something like that. But I want Annie, and I don't want people to attack her. I just want her to feel like she can be heard, you know? I just want to know, what lie does she think that she told on him? What malicious lie was it? Mr. Moore, I came over here respectfully and your people are being rude. I've already told them don't do that, Annie. She said, I thought we could have a difference of opinion as long as we're respectful. You can. You absolutely can. You absolutely can. But can you explain what lie though? What lie did she tell? And we can have a difference of opinion. Because if you, let me just help you out a little bit, because I don't know if you're typing or not, but if you say she came out here and said that it was DV or whatnot, it was DV, and we already proved that, okay? She never said that this man beat the shit out of her. She never said that, okay? She's always said it was more mental and emotional than verbal, okay? She always said that. I mean, excuse me, more mentally and emotional than physical. She didn't say it wasn't physical. She said it was more mentally and emotional. How did she lie, Annie? She says, I'm talking about the supposed gun incident. But the thing about it is, to be honest with you, Annie, did we see whether he had a gun or not? We couldn't see him in that recording. Did we see that? We didn't see that. And if you're just going off on that, if you're literally just going off on that incident, when she said he has a gun and he's following me, right? Now I'm going to ask you something, and I'm not trying to defend that video because that video was not a good look. I will say that. But let's think about it for a second. If she's laying across her bed, rubbing her leg or whatever the case may be, or her hand, or I think she was rubbing her hand against her leg, okay? Now it started in the closet, and then they came to the bedroom. If they was in the closet and she came in the bed and jumped in the bed and he came after her, we don't know what happened before the tape was rolled. Now, from what Ayana said she went downstairs to the office and he followed her down there and she came back upstairs, right? If that happened, we don't know. But if that happened, how do we know that? How do we know that he wasn't following her around before she dialed 911? How do we know that? He only had the camera rolling while she dialed 911. And I know just that video right there. I know for that video right there, I know you don't think that she deserved what she received from those bloggers and the supporters, to be drugged and lied on viciously over that one video, called a whore and all other type of things. She's sleeping with a pastor. She's doing this. He took care of her the whole 6 years and all other stuff. No, I don't think that you're Robert. Mm-mm. But no. Hold on. See, that's not what we're gonna do, Miss Lady. That's not what we're gonna do. Listen, if we're having a decent conversation, there's no need to attack her if she's talking. She's not being disrespectful. So we're not going to be disrespectful to her. That's just not how we do things over here, you guys. Y'all know that. We're not going to disrespect somebody by having a difference of an opinion. Right? But I want to ask her, do you want to come up to the panel? Because if you want to come up, I can let you come up. Because I really want to ask you, did you judge Brianna off that one video? Was she judged off that one video? She admitted he was indeed not with the gun. When did she say that, Annie? When did she say he didn't have a gun? When did she say that? She said, I can see what Annie's saying. What is she saying, Lisa? Help us out. Okay, let me drop the link. Decent conversation only. No cussing, no heated, no carrying on. Grown women conversation. Grown women conversation. I'm dropping the link. We ain't doing none of that stuff we was on before. She said, Amor, that was Robert recording the video, so he could have edited that video to make people think what he wanted them to think. Yeah, that's true. But they was having sex with each other 2 days later, right? 2 days later, and took pictures with a gun. So my thing is, if he thought his life was in danger, right? This is the question of the day. If he thought his life was in danger, right? And he really thought that he could have been taken out, why are they still bumping and grinding and stuff? Like, if you think about it for a second. If he really thought his life was in danger, and she says, I'm leaving and going to the hotel, and he says, if you leave and go to the hotel, it's over between us. And she says, okay. So then he leaves and go to the hotel with her. So if he thought his life was in danger, why did he go to the hotel with her that night? And why did they continue to sleep with each other months or days way after that? If he really thought his life was in danger, if he was really upset with her about not dialing 911 and thought that he was about to be unalive, then why were they still bumping and grinding? Why when he came over that day to see Momo, he says, good mind, think alike, and he told her to come here and gave her one of the biggest hugs ever. Did y'all not remember that? If he really thought his life was in danger and he was so afraid of her and all this other stuff, if he was so upset with her for calling 911, right? Then why didn't he act like it several days later? Let's answer that for a second. She said, I can see that she definitely saying, I can see, hold on. I can see that she definitely saying she made claims that was unfounded as well as RH. And what you're saying now, it shows that they both full of it. She said, everyone makes mistakes. I'm not saying that's why some develop that madness toward her. But let me ask you this though, Annie, madness to the point where people would come out the woodworks and make all of these lies about her though? And say that she slept with everybody in the town and, have these men coming like 20 Cent or whatever saying that he slept with her and, all this stuff or whatever. Like they would literally, it was horrible, Even when the girl, the backseat of the Tesla girl came and said that she gave him head in the backseat of the car. We wasn't going to get her to come up on our panel. We recently just said, come get her and come on the panel, right? But then when she said $450, I said, girl, you can keep that $450 and ram it up your butt. Because I'm not paying her $450 to come lie or do whatever she's going to do. I'm not doing that. Lupac showed that video of her admitting that. Of her admitting what? Of her admitting what? She says, Amor, you still haven't answered the question. Answered what question? Now, y'all know I ain't afraid to answer no question. I haven't admitted, I haven't answered what question? She said, Lupac hasn't shown a video of Bree saying he didn't have a gun. Well, what video is she saying? Because this lady right here said Lupac showed that video of her admitting that. And you said Lupac hasn't shown a video of Bree saying he didn't have a gun. So what video is she saying? Help me out, y'all. Annie is not him, mom love life. Y'all know Robert don't talk like that. We've been knowing Robert long enough to know that if Robert was in these comments right now, he would be being disrespectful, y'all. Come on. He would be being disrespectful. Robert won't be no polite, not in my comments. He's never have. She said, but if I remember correctly, RH never showed his hands. The camera was on Bree the whole time. So how do we actually know he wasn't holding a weapon? She said, Amor, she's talking to me saying Lupac showed a video of Bree admitting that Robert didn't have a gun. Oh, okay, yeah, because I'm like, what video did she ever show that Brianna said that? Just like they recently said Brianna said that she was never drugged. She didn't say that. She said she wasn't drugged down the hall. And Robert already admitted to kicking her. Do y'all remember that? He already admitted to kicking her. Which we ain't trying to go back down memory lane because they divorced, but he admitted it after almost 2 years of saying he ain't never, he never touched her, never put hands on her, never done none of that. Then after 2 years, almost 2 years, he admitted to, oh, well, she kicked me and I kicked her back, which we had already knew because we had the video recording. He was just lying about it. So y'all let that one video of the 911 call that we don't even know the whole picture of, right? She said, yeah, they took that too far. That girl you played. Oh, you talking about this girl right here? Yeah, because she's a liar. But she just one of them. She just one. You know? She said the problem is a lot of these people don't do their own research. They believe whatever the content creator says and take it as gospel. Then we have a day like today and lies start falling out. Exactly. Because the things that I said, I showed proof, evidence on my panel. And people wonder why my supporters support me because I showed them proof. I showed them evidence. I don't just say things like some people. They just say it and then just people just believe it. She says some of y'all in the comments acting like RH people. Everyone don't have to agree about every single claim regarding Bree. They both liars. She lied and he lied. They both toxic and manipulators. Yeah, like we're not here to attack nobody in the comments. So please, if you're doing that, please refrain. We're not attacking nobody in the comments. That's not even necessary. Ain't nobody cussing. Ain't nobody, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody dragging nobody. Let's just be respectful. I don't now y'all know now what's her name? Annie. Now you know if Brianna would have said that, you know, we would have heard that. Have anybody heard Brianna ever say he didn't have a gun? Anybody? Has anybody ever heard Brianna say that? Why in the world would Lupac get it and nobody else got that? I don't think that that's true. I don't know if that's what you heard, Annie, but if you can go get it and bring it to me, I sure will play it over here. But I don't think that's what you heard, sweetheart. I don't think that's what you heard. But if you can find it and bring it over here, I would definitely play it. She said, a moral witness to contempt court date. He ain't running his mouth like he was. I thought no judge, lawyer, police can make him shut up. Look, let's not say nothing, honey. He quiet, so let's not bring that back out of him, child. You know, maybe he listened to his brother. His brother told him to stop. You are correct. The more we recognize when Robert is in these comments with his disrespectful lingo. Exactly. Robert's not gonna be no nice, so that's why I know that's not Robert. You know, just because somebody disagree with me don't mean it is Robert. Hey, Queen. Y'all know if Robert was in here, Robert would have called us bitches and hoes by now. Y'all know that he'd say, y'all all obsessed. Y'all ain't nothing but bitches. Your man don't love you. Your man don't like you. Y'all know how Robert talked to us. Robert called us 130 bitches, and the women said, good job, good job, good job. You did great, King. She said, one for the road. It was a one-sided call that no one heard but Bree and the operator that she was speaking to. That's true, Debbie. That's true. She said, I don't see anyone attacking anyone. I think she's deflecting. She said, please don't include me with the whole group of people because I don't hate anyone. Okay, that's cool. She said, check your inbox. Okay. Are you sending me the video? Let me see. I would gladly check my inbox, and if it's there, you know I'll play it. Okay, I'm waiting on her to send me something. Because it is said, y'all, I will play it. The video and saying she gave a baby up to the is wait a minute, hold on. It says this video and saying she gave a baby up is the toxic, not the abuse. Toya also called her Dawn gay. Let's hold liars accountable. Huh? Tara, write that again, child. You know y'all be having me reading like I'm dumb up here sometimes. She said, what I don't get is they want everybody to coddle them so much. I'm not going to coddle none of them. Some Miss Amora, who the lady on the screen? Oh, the lady on the screen is the lady that lied and said that Mr. Walt touched her. And the school counselor, the police, and nobody did anything to her. I mean, did anything to him. If I see what she said he did not have a gun, I will play it on the thing. But even if he didn't have a gun, I just want to know, was that one video enough for you guys to drag her and, oh my God, want the worst for her? Like, was that video, because if that video didn't stop Robert from wanting to have sex with her, right? If that video didn't stop them from almost getting back together, then what was the next thing? Because even when he went to Tasha K after that, he told Tasha K that he would consider them getting back together. So if he was considering them being still a family and he was still in love with her, then how does that video right there cause all the hate and the name calling and the dragging and the continued dragging? Like that one video, because that one video was early on. That one video was early on in the situation. So if that was the case, how can that video right there seal the deal with everybody, but yet it didn't seal the deal with him because he said they were still having sex? Because they, if you want to say, oh, she lied on him and said he had a gun. Well, he lied on her and said she took his 9.8 million page, lied on her and said she never took care of him. He ain't never did anything, physical to her. He didn't bust through the door. At first he said it was a skit, then he said he did. I mean, it was, flip-flopping or whatever. This man he's not no saint. They both had marital issues and it still wasn't so bad that they could not have worked it out. But it was adults saying, leave this old lying, stinking, just all type of derogatory stuff. I would love, if there is a Robert supporter here, I would love to ask a Robert supporter, do y'all feel like social media had a big play in their breakup? Do you feel that social media, or do you think it was just strictly them? Or do you think that social media had a big play in it? She said, who's the person and who's the person talking? No, this girl not talking. This girl right here is another one of the girls that came forward and said that child, I gotta send you the video, B. But she came forward and said that Bree daddy touched her when she was 12, but nothing happened to him. Okay, so Rose said it was social media. Rose, are you a Robert supporter? And I'm only asking because I just want them, because I honestly believe that social media had a lot to do with it as well. And the reason why I said it, because I am a married woman. And sometimes when I think of the things that they argued over and what caused them to get in a little scuffle and end up headed to the divorce court, I'm like, well, if that's the case, my black ass don't need to be married because Lord knows I done been through worse. And I'm sure my married friends out here, I'm sure you guys can raise y'all hand and say that y'all been through worse too. Because if that is what caused them to break up, I should not be married today. For real, y'all. For real. She says, so why did RH want Bree to come out and say it was a skit? Because he wanted to save his reputation. And he wanted to save their marriage and continue to move on like nothing happened. He wanted to save face. And he wanted things to, you know how sometimes men, they want to just pick up where they left off and y'all get in an argument and then y'all be mad at each other, go y'all own separate way. Next thing you know, they want to pretend like it didn't happen. She said, why they still talking about Robert? Ain't they divorced? Well, we brought them up a fee only because we were talking about this video about some of the members, what some of the supporters was doing to try to what they were trying to do to Bree. Now, Bree ain't no saint. I don't think we've ever said that she was a saint. Ever said she was a saint. But she ain't never said she was a saint. Bree ain't never came out here and pretended to be a saint. Bree said, y'all gonna see the good, the ugly, the bad, the pretty. You're gonna see it all. She ain't never said she was a saint. But it's just the people that deemed her a demon. The biggest liar on the internet. She's not the biggest liar on the internet. Trust me, she's not the biggest liar on the internet. She's not the biggest liar on the internet. Y'all just took this way too damn far. She's the biggest liar on the internet. Everything that comes out of her mouth is a lie. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's what your inside, that's what your mental tell you. She said, exactly. And he knew she wasn't lying and it was going to come out. Yeah. Even with the degree thing, he says, oh, I didn't tear her degrees up. Then in his videos, we find that he's congratulating her and telling people, my wife got degrees. But then he comes out and say, I ain't never ripped your degrees up. I ain't never even saw your degrees. Oh, we believe Robert. You ain't never have no degrees. He ain't never ripped your degrees up. She go and get new degrees and they're fake. You're a liar. You're what? Y'all are crazy. 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 Just crazy. She actually has 3 degrees. Just crazy. No, let's take that from her. Like you trying to take my credibility. You wasn't in the military. You never served a day of your life. You lying, man. She was never in the military. Don't tell me I wasn't in the military. And I fought in a whole war for your ass. Whole war. You ain't in the military. You live up on a bridge. Your husband wasn't in the military. You picked him up from jail. You ain't shit. You lived in Motel 6. Right? You guys calm down. Y'all crazy. Y'all just say shit. You just say stuff out your mouth. It doesn't even have to be true at all. You just say it and run with it. Right? They tried to take my credentials away. I asked somebody about that before, and they said, Amora, the reason why they try to do that, because if they can take your credentials away, right? If they can strip you of your credentials, then it's easier for people to believe that you ain't shit. And that's what they tried to do to Brianna. They tried to strip her credentials away to try to minimize her as being not shit. You notice they always say she was like basically poor before she met Robert, because they want to strip her credentials away. They don't want to give her no credit. They don't want to give her credit that she had 3 degrees before she met Robert. She had 3 degrees before her mother passed away. She had $75,000 when she met Robert. She had a whole house when she met Robert. They like to strip you of your credentials. They say, oh, she was just working at Best Buy. They try to make it seem like she wasn't shit. Just like they try to do me, they try to do my husband, they try to do my kids. But then when they look at our background, they like, these motherfuckers successful. She got a son that's a real estate agent. She got a son that's a captain in the damn Air Force. She got another son that got in the military, but he's 100% and now he's an IT tech. Got a daughter that's an RN. Got another daughter that's going to RN school. We ain't raised no bums. When they saw that, then they saw my houses and saw all my houses was $540,000 and up. They like, damn. So then they say, oh, well, she rent for $4,000. Well, that should tell you, it's really $4,500, but that should tell you he ain't messing with no Rudy Poo. If we rent for $4,500, that means we can afford it. You know? That means we can afford it. But then, well, if you don't own it, you just rent it. Nevertheless, Tyrese rent his house. A lot of celebrities rent their houses, you know. But they try to strip you of your credentials. They did the same thing to Felicia. They did the same thing to everybody. They try to strip you of your credentials. Because if they can strip you of your credentials, then people will look at you like you ain't shit. You got people that say, oh, you need to go get a job. Boo, I'm retired. I'm set for life. You need to go get a real job. You need to go. Then it's, oh, your family don't love you. Because you don't bring your family on the camera, right? Your husband don't come on the camera and cuss women out on your behalf, so he doesn't love you. No, my husband would never do this. My husband is a retired major. My husband would be embarrassed. His family would be like, what the hell is wrong with you? He would embarrass his entire family, not just me, but his mama, his sisters. If he came out here and cussed people out, if my husband don't cuss me out, why would he cuss another woman out? My husband would never do that. That ain't him. And just because a man come and cuss another person out on your behalf, that doesn't mean he love you more. That just mean he messy. That's it. You know? Now, if I would have really, really pushed the envelope and told my husband, you know what, say something to Kevin, he would have. But I didn't push the envelope. I didn't want my husband to be in this mess. Because my husband will probably take it too far. You know? It wouldn't be a internet back and forth. He'd be like, let's meet. Let's meet up. And I don't want that to happen. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'd rather for it to just stay on the internet. But my husband wouldn't go back and forth and be like, you bitch, you bitch, you bitch, you bitch, you bitch. My husband wouldn't do that. He'd be like, man, you don't disrespect my wife. And if he would have said something back, he would have been like, man, let's meet up. Who wants that for their husband? I don't. I don't. But my husband always told me, babe, don't take this too far. Don't take this too far. If you feel like you're taking this too far, you need to back away. Don't take this too far. I keep saying, babe, I got it, I got it. He said, okay, don't. Even if he hear me raising my voice like he did today, he'll come in and he'll do that hand signal as in bring it down. Y'all hear me sometimes. I lower my fucking voice, right? Tell me, when we go on our little walks, he said, babe, don't take this too far now. Come on. Don't take this too far. I said, I'm not, babe, I'm not taking it too. Babe, don't take this too far now. I said, babe, I'm not. And my daughter is not an internet person, you know? No offense for anybody's daughter that is, but my daughter's not like that. My daughter's getting ready to go to school. I was about to say the name of the school, but it's a prestigious school. A very prestigious school. She just graduated from UNC Chapel Hill. I can go ahead and tell you, I'm not even afraid. My daughter's about to go to Duke University. Duke. Come on, you guys. I know y'all heard of Duke University. Yeah, that's the type of time we on over here, right? That's for this money that I make from this podcast. That's where it goes to pay for my daughter's nursing degree. Because that shit gonna cost over 80 G's. Yeah, that part, right? Exactly. It is a good school. Duke University is a good school. She just graduated from UNC with 2 degrees, neuroscience and psychology. I'm proud of my baby. She's the youngest. I'm proud of her, very proud of her. And then my other daughter, she's 25 years old. She's an RN. She's my bonus daughter, but she's still my daughter, right? But she's 25 years old, an RN, and she's been an RN for 2 years. You know? So my kids do really well. They do. Then I got a son, he's a captain in the Air Force. They pregnant with twins right now. But like I say, people try to strip you of your accomplishments to try to make you seem like, you know, you're irrelevant, you know? But and to be honest with you, the only reason why I got involved in this, the only reason, not because I thought Brianna was innocent or anything like that. That's not why I got in this. I got in this because I felt like all these people ganging up on this young girl that she not already said she wanted to commit suicide or whatever. Like, how do people not care? Right? I'm trained to listen to those type of things, right? This girl came out to the internet and said she wanted to unalive herself because she wasn't used to all of this. She had people in her inbox saying, "Go jump off a bridge, go KI yourself." Like real human people in her inbox telling her to go pay herself, right? But when she came out to the internet and said that, it seemed like it set off a trigger for people to say, "Ooh, let's make her do it. Let's go harder and harder and harder and harder." And that's why I was just like, dang, like how? You know? And it was all gas, all gas, all gas. And I was just like, whoa, y'all act like y'all ain't never done any of y'all. Like, I even came out and told some stuff I did. I'm like, y'all, listen, I ain't perfect. I done some bullshit in my life, you know? Because I'm not perfect and I would never pretend to be perfect. I would never act like I was perfect in my 20s. I would never act like I was perfect in my 30s. I would never act like I was perfect in my 40s. And I would never act like I was perfect in my 50s. I'm still growing. But I would never act like I'm that I ain't done other bullshit. And I've said that to many people. Shit, I've done some shit. I've done some stuff that if I didn't have a friend that said a more people to turn your ass around right now, I'd probably be in jail for real, for real. I almost ran my SUV through a man's living room because he had a girl in there with him. He had a woman in there and wouldn't let me in. And I wanted to get in. And I tried to fight my way in, and he would not let me in. He blocked my ass. He would not let me get in that damn apartment. And I was mad as hell. I was mad as hell. And he said, "Go, leave, leave." So when I went back to the vehicle, I revved up the engine and I wanted to drive that freaking vehicle through. And I would be in jail right now, y'all. You know, I probably would be in jail or unalive. But for a split second, I literally wanted to do something crazy. And my friend Deborah, I would love her forever. She said, "Amore, don't do it. He ain't worth it. Leave, Amore, leave." I said, "I ain't leaving. I can't believe he got a girl in the house. I ain't leaving." She said, "Amore, if you don't get your dumb ass down that road." She said, if you don't get your dumb ass down that road, I said, I'm not leaving. She said, Amor, what you gonna do? Continue to bend over, lay and kick you up the ass? If he got a woman in the house, that means he don't want to be with you. I have to let that shit sink in. I'm like, damn, that shit hurt. That shit hurt. But I drove my dumb ass off. I did. But I sat outside this man's apartment for 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Contemplating. Doing something crazy. So I know I wasn't no perfect person. Lord knows I can only thank God for even having Deborah pick up that damn phone. When I told her, girl, this is what I'm thinking about doing, she said, you better not. You better try it off. So we can't sit here and act like we never even thought about doing something crazy. Because we have. And some of us have done stuff crazy and still got away with it, right? So all I was trying to say is the girl ain't perfect. She came out to the internet because I think that her and Robert has allowed the internet to be their first responder. You understand what I'm saying? When they feeling away, they come to the internet. They express their feelings to the internet. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. The internet can be addictive. Okay? It can. Sometimes when my husband go on his little business trips or whatever, and I'm at home by myself, y'all gonna be knowing about it. But guess what I do? Stay on the internet all goddamn day, all night. Some of y'all know because I call y'all and be like, girl, Jay ain't here. Jay ain't here. Me here by myself. And I'm on the damn internet all fucking night. Right? It can become addictive. And I think them, to let out their frustration, they ran to the internet. They did what did Justin call it? A Hollywood 101. Let me tell the internet what you did before you turn around and tell the internet what I did, right? So we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all fall short. But to be deemed evil, I wonder do people really know what evil means? I wonder do people really know what evil means? To be deemed evil, that person is evil. They need to lose their kids. How is it that she's a good mother while she's in the marriage and all of a sudden she's the worst mother ever just because they get a divorce? How does that happen? How? How does that happen? Out of his own mouth. He said he never knew what love was until he met her and saw how she was operating with her kids. Or should I say, I don't think that's what he said. I think he said he never seen a family dynamic or something like that until he met her. A loving family dynamic. I can't remember the exact words, but until he met her and he loved the way she was with her kids, but then a divorce happened and she become the worst parent ever and need to lose all of her children. Like, how does that happen? How does that happen? And how do women my age and older, how do they speak something out like that out of their mouth? She need to lose custody of her kids. She need to lose her platform. She need to go back working at Best Buy. She need to lose everything. She said, I hate to say it, but I hate to say it, but the same way, but the same way we fainted and lied about RL. Who is RL? Rewrite that one, love and vibes. Rewrite that one. I don't understand what you're saying. He also said he wanted her to love him the way she loved her kids, right? That's what I'm saying. So if she was a great mother when he was with her, how she become a horrible mother and a bitter mother afterwards? How do you do it? How does that happen? How do you become a bad mother overnight? Can you? I don't know. Can you? I know shit happens. Don't get me wrong. I know shit happens. But how do you go from a good mother to a bad mother overnight? Hmm? How does that happen? Mhm. Jenna Moore, that's why I said he envied her because of what she had with her mom and what she gave her kids. And that's love that he never experienced. Yeah, and then not only that, he said that her father was a good guy. They were cool. And then all of a sudden, when they split, the father's just a liar, a molester, and all this other shit. But he said himself they were cool. I hate to say it, but the same way Bree told us Robert was this good man. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. You're right. Because people say whatever for the internet, right? They say things for the internet. And then when shit blow up, like, you know what? You know what this remind me of? You remember how when Portia and Simon, when they were married and they was acting like she was so in love, and Simon was the best thing since sliced bread, and he loved her so much, and he spoiled her so much, and then come to find out, boom, the divorce happened, and she's like, oh, he's been this fraud the whole time and all this crap. You're like, wait a minute. Oh, he was perfect, right? There's no such thing. There's no such thing as no perfect person. I feel like I got a really good man, but trust me when I tell you, when that Gemini come out, Lord Jesus, I'd be like, what the freak? you know? She said, but Bree has shown she's a good mom. We see Robert really is horrible. He mad she called his bluff and gave him that divorce. I've never been into astrology, but baby, I was with the Gemini for a few decades. Shaking my head. I think that if you get okay, I'm gonna tell you about a Gemini. They do act out at least once or twice a month. But if you can get past that once or twice a month, you might have a good thing. You know what I mean? But my husband is a Gemini too, so trust me when I tell you, it's nerve-wracking sometimes. However, they can be really, really, really sweet. Okay, I'm gonna check my inbox. She said, a lot of men be jealous of the wife or the girlfriend, kids, because my mom boyfriend was that way to me, but Lord, rest their soul. Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna tell you a theory that I have. Hold on one second. Let me see. Nothing came through yet. Is it on its way? It hasn't come through yet. It might still be downloaded. My theory is this is just a theory, of course. Y'all know, just a theory. But this is what I think. I do think that people can grow, right, in relationships. And I think that Bree grew more than what Robert expected so soon. You understand what I'm saying? Financially. Because you remember, she said that he used to say, you don't make no decisions until you start paying some bills around here. Y'all know Bree's a little hustler. She a little hustler. She started this shop, start that shop. So she's definitely got that business mind type shit, right? She go, try to make a business here, make a business there, make a business idea here and there, and all that stuff, right? So because she did that, and she reached out to this company that got her boosted or whatever, and she started making the real money. They was already making some money, but I'm talking about the big money, the type of money that we don't make. I ain't never made $400,000 ever in my life in 1 year. I don't know. I know some of y'all down there have told me that y'all make that now. I've never made 400,000, right? And she was young, so she's making 400,000 a year, and he's never made that. I think that kind of it made him feel away. I think that made him feel away because you got to think about it. This is the guy that sold videos out the back of his car. Okay, that's a hustle. To sell videotapes out the back of your car is a hustle, which means you working your ass off. you working your ass off, right? So to go from selling videos in the back of your car, that hustle, and probably only making $5 at a time or whatever. I don't know how much they were selling videos for back in the day. I think $5 or whatever. But anyway, that's a hustle. And to never reach the level of almost $500,000 a year. And then all of a sudden, the person that you met told they don't have to work and that you would take care of them. Now they making more money than you. I'm sure it made them feel away. Now, men would tell you, because I can go in and ask Jay right now, right? I can say, how would you feel if I make $400,000? He'll say, oh, I ain't gonna feel no different, right? They say that. All men say that. They say that, right? But I don't believe that. Do you guys? I believe it will make them feel some type of way. Now, let me say this. It also depends on the woman. Because she probably threw that shit in his face and made him eat it. You know what I mean? And I think if, as a woman, if you do that, you are going to get a reaction from your husband. If you make him feel like he ain't shit now, since you doing better, you know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, let's be honest, right? If you saying, dude, I'm the one that moved us up out of this townhome and we in a nice ass house. I'm the one who moved us to this neighborhood. I'm the one who got us out of the Pinto or the Neos or whatever type of car it was, Kias, and now we in BMWs and Teslas and in Mercedes Benz, and you know what I mean. I'm the one who got us to this level. I'm the one paying all these bills. I'm the one. If you throw that shit in your man's face, I do feel that he's gonna feel away. And we as women, we have a tendency to not just throw it in their face, but smear it in their face. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. We heard Brianna herself. She said, and now you miss LaTruth's husband. Y'all remember that day? But now he was telling her she wasn't shit. She wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for him. And what she say? And now you miss LaTruth, Mrs. LaTruth's husband. Y'all don't think that cut him? Y'all don't think that made him feel away? That made him feel small, very small. And now you miss LaTruth's husband. Let that sink in for a second. If you said that to your husband, how do you think he's gonna feel? If I go in and be like, and now you miss Johnson husband, now you a more husband. And now you a more husband. Hmm? If I went in there and told Jay something like that, he'd be like, what? What did you just say? And now you miss a more husband. I wonder if I do that. He'd probably say, what the fuck that mean? Don't try it, y'all. Don't try it. Please don't try it. Don't try it, y'all. Don't try it. But we do have a way as women. We can break a man down. You know? She said people respect you more when you admit your flaws rather than acting like you've never done anything wrong since childhood. You're right about that. Absolutely. And I feel like admitting your flaws give you a chance to grow. You know? Because we do make mistakes. We do things that's not right, right? But being able to say, taking accountability and say, you know what, I fucked up. Did something wrong. I shouldn't have done that. In my opinion, that makes me feel like I can grow because I'm not afraid of things that I do. Because I know I'm not human. I know God is not done working on me, right? He probably will never be done working on me until he lay me to rest, you know? You know? I'm probably gonna be 70 years old still doing some fucked up shit sometime, you know? Because not my neighbor bitch. You know, I don't know. Hopefully not Jesus, but you know, who knows? Right? But what is a sex tape? What are you talking about, Queen? She said they had sex tapes. What does that mean? He told her she wasn't gonna be anything without him. Now I'm gonna tell you something. That crushes a woman because it crushed me. I can't stand it actually. I absolutely can't stand that. How many women, by the show of hands, how many of you guys have your man told you you weren't gonna be shit without them? Well, I ain't even gonna say your man, but your ex. How many of you guys have had an ex that told you you weren't gonna be shit without them? Raise your hand. My hand is raised too. How many of you guys have heard that shit? You ain't gonna be shit without me. You ain't gonna make it without me. Ain't nobody gonna want you. How many of y'all raise your hand? I don't like that shit. That shit don't feel good at all. It pisses me off. But do you want to know why they say it? They don't believe that. They don't believe it at all. But they want you to believe it. That's literally reverse psychology. Okay? You ain't gonna be shit without me is their way of saying, without me, you're gonna be greater than me. Ain't nobody gonna want you means as soon as we break up, somebody's gonna want you. Because guess what? Think about it for a second. If they want you, why wouldn't somebody else want you? Think about that for a minute. If that man that you're with right now is saying some shit like that to you, why is he with you? If nobody's gonna want you, then why does he want you? If you ain't gonna be shit without him, then are you shit now? Right? They say that because they want to hold on to you. They want you to think that if you leave this person, you ain't gonna be nobody. You're gonna be zero. Ain't nobody gonna want you. You tainted. You outdone. You done. You that's it for you. No more love. You will never find love again. You're gonna be lonely for the rest of your life. And guess what? It is reverse psychology. But another thing, guess what? The thing about it is a lot of women believe it. A lot of women believe. A lot of women will stay in a relationship because she really believe if this relationship ends, I'm going to be lonely for the rest of my life. My younger days are gone. Right? A man ain't gonna look at me the same way he looked at me when I was 20 something, or when I was 30 something, or when I was 40 something. They don't want to lose you. That's why they telling you shit like that. But I don't think any woman like to hear that shit. That shit hurts. That shit cuts. It is projecting. Exactly. Who want to hear that? I can't stand that. I cannot stand that. Don't tell me I ain't gonna be shit. See, I'm the type of person. I need to show you that I will, with you or without. Don't tell me I'm not gonna be anything because I'm gonna show you that I am. Right? But that's like one of the worst things a man can say to a woman. You know, you ain't gonna be shit without me. Ain't nobody gonna want you. What? So why do you want me? Why do you want me? Hmm? Why? What do you see in me that somebody else is not gonna see in me? Just because you have kids don't mean that another man is not gonna want you. Hmm? Just because you've been married and divorced doesn't mean another man is not gonna want you. I look at Sierra and Russell's relationship, right? And I said, Future thought he was doing something when he left Sierra a baby mama. Remember that? Sierra was crazy about that man, but he left her a baby mama. Russell came and swooped her ass up. He won one of the richest athletes. He's one of the richest athletes, and they married. And not only did he love her, he loved her and her son, Future's son. And look at the life he's able to give Sierra and Future's son. You don't think Future feel away? Of course he does. She upgraded on my ass like 25,000 times, right? Above me. That's what you call an upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. That's what you call it. Upgrade. She upgraded him. You know? She said that's why she shouldn't have pursued the nursing. Him putting her on social media wasn't genuine if she had to be reminded every chance how he helped her. Yeah, she probably should have. And let me tell you something. Sometimes, though, Nika, you have to learn from that. Okay. Now, I got out of the military for my ex husband. I got out for a little while, but then I got back in. I came back in. But Jay, the husband I'm married to now, when I found out I had cancer, he said, get out of the military, baby, just get out. I said, I don't want to get out. I'm not ready, not yet, not yet. You know, I still got years to go or whatever before I can retire. He said, baby, you don't need this. I got you. Now, mind you, he was just my fiance at the time telling me to get out of the military. I said, no, no, I ain't gonna do that. I want my retirement. He was like, babe, I got you. I got you. I said, no, no. Now, mind you, I'm in my mid 30s now. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't no young girl no more. You know, I got married young the first two times. I was 18 and 22, but now I'm 30 something, right? I'm like, no, no, no. He kept saying, get out, babe. You could just get out. Get out and chill. You know, you could just chill. No, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. He would ask me over and over. I was like, no, no, I'm not dead, right? We still together. But I don't know I don't know how things would have been if I would have got out. But I wasn't doing that no more. I wasn't doing that no more. I got one time, right? I'm not doing that no more. Let me tell you what I did do though. Before I even met Jay, I prayed to God. I said, God, put me in a position that I would never have to stay with a man for financial reasons ever again. I prayed for that. Because I feel like I stayed in my last relationship a little longer because I felt like I needed him financially. Because I probably would have been ghost the first time he called me a bitch. But I didn't because I'm like, God, damn, it's kind of stuck, right? I got accustomed to living a nicer lifestyle, right? And sometimes we do that. We get accustomed to living good, and then we don't want to give that up. But I said, Lord, put me in a position that I never need another man financially. And he did. I ain't rich. But if Jay and I split today, just with my retirement check alone, I'll be fine. I can't live with, I ain't gonna have no house and no big ass pool, but I will be fine. You know what I mean? I definitely wouldn't be poor. I won't be, I won't be struggling, you know? I'll be able to pay my bills and save money. So those are the type of things that I prayed for. But he did. He was like, just get out, babe, just get out. I'm like, no, I will not get out. And I'm glad I didn't because some of my girlfriends that did get out because their husband asked them to, they said to me today, dang, I wish I wouldn't have never gotten out. Dang, I wish I would have stayed in and retired. Why did you get out? I had already been there, done that. I said, no, 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 no. I ain't getting out. He was like, why? You could just chill. No, I ain't chilling. No, I'm good. I said, no, I'm gonna stay. Well, baby, you done been through cancer. No, I'm saying. And I stayed. Like, F that shit. I ain't getting out. I wanted my retirement. So I waited till I was eligible to retire. And that's what I did. So, no, no, no. I had a girlfriend. She listens to the podcast sometimes. Her husband told her she ain't have to work. So she didn't get a job. He left her after 22 years. That's one of my girlfriends. Another one of my girlfriends, he left her after 32 years. 32 years, and she gave him her damn kidney. How man leave you after you gave him a kidney? Is that even heard of? How somebody leave you after you gave this man your kidney and he gone? I'd be like, give me my damn kidney back. I don't care what happened to you. But anyway, words hurt. That's why we gotta be careful with our words sometimes. And I had to remind myself of that. I'm so proud of myself when it comes to, she said, I'll be in jail. You'll be in jail. She said, I'll be in jail. She was hurt. She was hurting bad. But words hurt. And I'm proud of myself because I used to say things that really cut deep with my husband. But I had to learn that, things that you say in old relationships, you can't bring that shit to your new relationship. It just don't work like that. You know what I mean? It don't line up. Everybody ain't gonna let you slide on some shit. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that he had enough patience with me to let me get that shit out my system. Because I ain't gonna sit here and say I wasn't toxic as hell when I got in this relationship. I ain't gonna say I was toxic, but yeah, I was slick at the lip. The things that I said 16 years ago, 16 years ago, 15 years ago, 14 years ago, I wouldn't dare say that. I wouldn't dare say that because I know how deep it'll hurt if I said something like that to my husband. I wouldn't dare say the crazy shit that I used to say back in the day. But that takes growth. She said that comment is true. You can talk someone out of a career and then throw in their face how you made them. You better have gave them start talking them out of a career. You better have gave them start talking out of a career. She said, give me that kidney back. Yeah. I wasn't letting nobody else talk me out of my career. And I'm gonna tell you this, I can't tell nobody what to do in your relationship, but what I will say is if you're gonna quit your job after you meet your husband, like you, man, if you're gonna do that, I would probably put something in writing, one, or I will wait until I am educated to where you have something to fall back on. Educated or established, maybe you already have a business, or maybe you've already been educated, something that you could fall back on, right? Because you could just never say never, right? But I don't think that you should just quit your job and you ain't got shit to fall back on, and then you let years pass by, and then it's time for you to go out there and get a job or work again, and you don't have no damn skills, and you looking crazy. You ain't got no skills. Right? You know? She said, Amor, I didn't know you are a cancer survivor. Oh, yes, I am. I have breast cancer. I am a survivor. Yes, ma'am. She said, I thought I was still watching the live from earlier. I fell asleep and didn't realize she got off one line and started another one. Yes, because I wanted it to be different. I did. I didn't want it on the same topic. The same topic. She said, I'm so proud of myself for never depending on a man. If my man leaves, I'm still going to be okay. Okay, Sean, I feel you, right? Right? She's okay. I'm all caught up. I got to watch the live before the one, shaking my effing head. These people are very sick. She said they called Bree Dad a petty for years. This is horrible. Mhm. Yes, growth. And every day you're learning your partner, even if y'all been together for 20 years. Yes, that is true. That is so true. Because people change, you know? You can't have a conversation with your husband the same way you had with him 15 years later, right? The one that you had 15 years ago is going to be quite different after 15 years, right? You going to have the same type of conversation. Sometimes I've noticed this about my husband and I. We can actually talk less to each other and hear each other more, if that makes sense. Like sometimes he could just come in and we don't even have to say much to know what we need from each other. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's kind of weird, but it's almost like we don't even need all the words that we needed 15 years ago. You know? Good morning, Kevin, Sewer. You kind of like know, like what's, it's just different, I guess. You know? She said, my dad left my mom when she had cancer. Now Carmen's kicking his ass. Damn. I know of another situation like that, Sean, where this guy left the girl, but she ended up passing away. And he cried like he came to the funeral and cried like a little bee. He left them because he said he couldn't see her that way. He couldn't stand to see her sickly. So he left. And when she passed away, he came to the funeral and act out like a damn misbehaved child. Y'all know how them grown misbehaved children, the ones that gave their mama the most hell, they come into the funeral home and crying like they done lost their mind. Well, that's how he act at the funeral. Because I guess he felt like, if she would have survived, he would have came back around, right? He talking about he couldn't stay and see her like that. That's what he said. I couldn't see her like that. My friend mom let her husband talk her into quitting work. Now he controls her to the point she always crying. She doesn't have a bank card to their account or anything. God dang. Damn. That's crazy work. I just feel like if you're gonna quit, just have something set up already, whether it's you have your, I don't believe in like sneaking, stashing money away. I don't believe in that. You know what I mean? But like maybe an inheritance or something that you have it stacked away, or learn you a crack on the side. And I think that even if you don't have a job as a woman, I think you still should do something. Do something that you enjoy. And if you do it so good that you can get paid for it, you understand what I'm saying? I don't think any woman should just sit there and be a damn housewife. You know what I mean? Even if you volunteer, like keep yourself active and busy. Let me tell you what the white women do, okay? White families, right? White families will send a white daughter to college. She's going to be educated. Now, she may not work in that degree field, but she's going to be educated, right? And if her and her husband ever get a divorce, she'll be able to fall back on her nurse's license, her lawyer license. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever, whatever skill she's acquired, she has something to fall back on. They will send a child to college and say, "Oh, this is not for you to work. This is just for you to have in your pocket." You know what I'm saying? So I say I would encourage anybody, have something in your pocket just in case. And not even if they leave you, anything can happen. They could pass away, right? If they pass away and you ain't have no insurance policy, what you gonna do? You got to go get a job anyway. So just have something in your pocket. And not only that, think about it for a second. If you are a stay-at-home mom, they have it to where now you can go to school online. Why wouldn't you go to school? They have all type of programs out there that you can go to school, educate yourself. And there's nothing wrong with becoming educated, right? They have a program online that you can become a life coach for less than $200. There's courses that you can take and become something. You can become a motivational speaker. There's courses online, and you can become and talk to people in front of big, big audience. There's a whole lot of things that you can do from the comfort of your own home and still watch your children, cook for your kids, clean up the house, or do whatever you're gonna do, right? You know? Some men don't want their wives to leave the home. They want them to be there to take care of their children. And, I understand that. I get it. Especially with the price of daycare and the things that they do to these kids in daycare, or some of the things they pick up from daycare, right? I get it. I get it. But don't just sit there and just watch soap operas and watch the kids and then watch soap operas and then watch the kids. You're wasting your life away. You're wasting your life away. You know? My first husband said he had the bills, and next thing I know, stuff started getting cut off. Taught me to quickly. That taught me quickly. So now I pay the bills. I'm remarried and I keep a stash. You said your stuff started getting cut off. She said I'm currently on the clock and just cooked my big kids a big old breakfast. It feels good making my own corns. Yes, girl. That's what I'm talking about. On the clock. You on the clock making a big old breakfast. Now that's living right there. That's living. That's living. She said, Nancy, tell your friend to tell your mom to get out now. Because if she always crying, she will eventually do something she will regret. Let me tell you something about that. I know a lady, she was 55 years old, and she used to cry, over her husband. And I remember saying to myself, damn, I don't want to be 55 years old still crying in no damn relationship. I remember saying that to myself. Damn. I don't even think I was 40 yet. I'm still in my 30s. No, I was in my 20s. I was 29 actually, because I was pregnant. And I just remember saying, I don't want to be 55 years old and still crying in my relationship. I thought it was disgusting. disgusting for her to have to be crying over a damn relationship at 55 years old. That's too old to be crying over some damn man. I would rather be single if I got to do that. I mean it, y'all. I'm telling you, you hear me? I'm not about to be crying. You know, they like men like to insult you. Not all men, because my husband don't do that. But her husband, the one that she was, well, she's passed away now, but she was 55, and he would call her fat and stuff. And I'm like, what? You married to somebody all these years, and you gonna call your wife fat? And she wasn't even fat. Her mom is 77, so she feels like she's too old to work again. We've tried to talk to her, but no avail. Wow. Well, how old is she? I don't think she should work again at 77, but I'm 40 and my patience real short, so definitely can't be crying over a man at 55. That's what I'm saying. Please. She said, okay, let me go back and catch up. I still gotta finish the Lion Humble Life. I was watching that when Jenny went live. It's too much juicy news. She said it's too much juicy news. Listen, this is how I feel about growth as a woman, right? I can't tell you how growth as a man because I'm not a man, right? But as a woman, I feel like every woman at some point in their life, the light switch is gonna come on. Let me explain what I mean by that. Your self-confidence, the light switch is just gonna come on overnight. Boom, you're gonna go from being not having confidence to having confidence, right? Self-love, overnight, boom, not loving yourself to loving yourself. Knowing your worth, boom, not knowing your worth to loving your worth. The light switch flips on at some point in your life. It don't come on at the same time for every woman. You might be 40, your friend might be 40, and your light switch might be on, and your friend light switch might not be on, right? But at some point, it's just gonna snap on, and you will no longer allow someone to treat you the same way you allowed them to treat you yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? When that light switch comes on, you're gonna look at yourself in the mirror and say, I deserve better than this bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put up with this no more. I'm not gonna allow you to talk to me like that no more. I'm not gonna allow you to treat me like that no more. I'm not gonna allow you to walk over me no more. When I tell you the light switch comes on, it comes on. Some people's early and some people late. My light switch came on. It came on, and I'm just like, whoa. I started literally immediately thinking differently, right? And I'm like, you're not going to call me these names. I'm not this name, and you're not going to call me this name. They look at you like you're crazy. Like, what? What did you just say? I said, you're not going to call me these names. I'm not going to be a damn another bitch, right? Sometimes you got to say that. I'm not about to be a damn another bitch. I'm not a bitch, and you're not going to talk to me like I'm one. But guess what, though? A man actually will respect you when he sees that you care more about yourself, that you ain't let him do that to you. When a man know, and I probably shouldn't say this because men will probably hate me for saying this, but when a man know that you're not gonna let him do that, and he know that you will walk out of his life no matter what type of investments you got going on, because you will not be treated a certain way, I guarantee you, he will cut that shit out. He'll either do one or two things. He'll cut it out and change his ways, or he'll let you go. And if he let you go, guess what? He wasn't for you anyway. So is that a win-win? You find out that he really didn't care if you was there or not, or he's going to start treating you like you're somebody because he's not going to want to lose you. Period. That light switch, I'm telling you, it come on. I told y'all, like, it took me a while to even learn how to say no to people, right? And then when the light switch came on and that no button was activated, when I could say no with my chest, no. They're gonna say, what? Did you just say what I said? I said no. I'm not doing this for you. You're not getting no money. I'm not paying for this. I'm not gonna give you a ride. I'm not picking you up. No, I'm not keeping your kids. No, no. I got a life too. I'm not gonna drop everything I'm doing for you. No, I'm not. No, find somebody else to do it. They're gonna be shocked. They're gonna be shocked out of their world. What? Because they're so used to you saying yes. So used to you being a people pleaser, people pleaser, people pleaser. People know when they ran across a people pleaser. They know it. They know they can get, if they can't ask nobody else, they know they can come to you because they know your ass gonna say yes. Or they're gonna play with your emotions and you're gonna feel away. But when you learn the gift of no, I'm telling you, you're just gonna feel so good. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Not gonna do it. But oh, you just gonna let this happen to me? Excuse me? No, you letting that happen to you. Because apparently somewhere along the line, you weren't thinking about whether your light was gonna be on by the end of the month. Because if you would have started doing some shit to figure it out. You don't wait till the day they get ready to cut your lights off and call somebody on the phone and say, "Oh, can you help me out? They're gonna turn my lights off at 5." Well, guess what? Your lights need to be turned off at 5. Because what happened yesterday, the day before yesterday, and the day before that? You calling somebody on the day your light's supposed to be cut off, then you need to sit in the dark for a little bit. You need to sit in the dark for a little bit. You wait to the last minute because you think you're gonna be able to like tell somebody, "Oh my God, my light's gonna be off at 5 if I don't do something right now." Well, did you know this 2 days ago? Did you know this a week ago? Because there's so many things that you could have done. I could have given you some work to do, right? I could give you some work to do, but now you didn't. Now it's 3 o'clock and I got 2 hours to pay this light bill. I'm not dropping what I'm doing. I'm not. Mm-mm. And it's always, I really hate to ask you. No, you don't. Who else have you asked? Well, nobody did. You don't really hate to ask me. That was your intentions all along. Exactly, Kayshawn. Exactly, Marissa. She said, if you don't like the way Walmart treats you, would you continue to be a customer of theirs? Target or McDonald's, or go where you are celebrated and reciprocated? Absolutely. Absolutely. You stay in a relationship because I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be lonely. You married and lonely. You know that's a thing. There's married people that's married and alone. Mm-mm. You know? She said, only person I'm helping is my mama. To hell with everybody else. I recently had to tell someone I raised not my biological child no after they bit both my hands off that was still feeding their grown asses. And they still text and ask for money with no apology. You want to know why? Somebody posted it earlier. Here you go, right here. Because they think you're gullible. They think they can break you. They know you love them and they think you mushy, right? But if I was you, I'd let them, what they say, I can tell you better than I can show you. No, I can show you better than I can tell you. That's what it is. I show you better than I can tell you. So sometimes you got to show people. I really believe that's how I got my son to turn his life around. My son know I love him to the moon and back, baby. He was my firstborn child. I felt like, we grew up together. I had him at 18 years old. I felt like shit. He my ride or die, right? But I had to give him some tough love. I had to let him stay outside for a little bit, see how I feel. To go from friend couch to friend couch. So my son found himself down at a shelter, calling me, telling my mom, I'm eating pudding cups and crackers. I said, but you disrespectful, son. You got a flip lip. But mom, I'm eating pudding cups and crackers. I had to let it burn a little bit. You know? My husband gave in before I did. My husband like, babe, we can't do that to him. I'm like, shit, why not? But my husband, he gave in because I didn't. I could have done it a couple more weeks, but my husband gave in. But he had to learn. Sometimes we gotta show him better than we can tell him. But I'm proud of the young man he's grown into, because Lord Jesus, them 19, 20, 21, and 22-year-old young men drive you nuts, boy. Hey, Tina. She said my husband was soft on my son, too. See? He stopped. My husband talking about something. Okay, that's enough. I think he learned. I'm looking at him like, dude. He sure was soft. She said I was the hard one. Yep. Well, I wasn't the hard one at first. I mean, my son used to, boy, I used to stay up all night, just, oh my God, just worried sick about my son. And then, my husband was like, you got to stop doing this to your mother. But then I had a sergeant major friend of mine. She told me, she said, Captain, he got your DNA running through his blood, through his veins. I'm sorry. He gonna be fine. Let him bump his head a little bit. She said, back off. Let him bump his head a little bit. He'll come back around. I'm like, I'm gonna do that. She said, you gotta get your hands off him. Get him back to God. I'm like, she said, you gotta take your hands off of him. Give him back to God. Take your hands off. Man, that's a hard thing to do, baby. We be acting like we want to take our hands off and still have our hands holding on, right? But we like, okay, Lord, all right, Lord, okay. But I had to give my son back to God. Do you hear me? I said, God, he belong to you now. I can't, because I can't worry no more. I can't cry no more. I can't stay up at night no more. I can't be so scared about what's going to happen to him, Lord. He is yours. I had to. Because when that mother, when you sick to your stomach, when your son ain't came home yet, and you don't know if he gonna walk through that door or not, you be sick. You be sick. I don't know what it is about them damn boys of ours, but I'm telling you, we love them so hard, man. But we be sick. But I had to give him back to God, y'all. Sometimes I'll take medicine, cough medicine or whatever, just to put my ass to sleep. So I won't sit there and think about him and worry about whether or not, I'm hear from him tomorrow. But now, all I can say is thank you, Lord. Because he got past that stage. It's a stage, y'all. If y'all going through it right now, it's just a stage. It's a stage. But If you lucky enough to not have to go through it, child, just thank the Lord, child. Just thank the Lord. Because a lot of us mothers done been through it. And trust me when I tell you, when you get past it, and you will get past it, you're gonna feel so relieved. You know? When I see my son now, my smile go from ear to ear. We could be on FaceTime. I don't care. I just smile. And he probably don't even know why I'm smiling. He probably think I'm smiling because I'm seeing my grandkids or something. But I'm smiling because I'm like, Lord, you know you saved them. Because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't save him. God saved him. And why? Because I took my hands off of him, you know. She said my son was convinced. My son convinced me to sign for a car, and right after he quit his job and left me stuck with the payment and insurance. Man, I bought three now, but 2 cars for my son that we paid notes. And then the third car, we just gave him one with no note whatsoever. And my son ain't never paid us back. And I don't even really care because he ain't going to pay us back hell. But I don't even care. But I will tell you this, he know that his next vehicle, he will be buying on his own. He can't get no more vehicles from us. I don't even think my son bold enough to even ask us no more. But girl, if I tell you we didn't pay for 3 vehicles, we just signed a lease for 6 months and he didn't pay, and I thought we was about to not evicted. He was about to get evicted, but it was in our name. I'm telling you, it was someone told me, go to my email and look in my email. The lady said, if you don't pay by 5 o'clock, we're gonna initiate the eviction process on you. If we're gonna initiate eviction or whatever type shit. We literally had to jump in our car and ride down there to pay this bill, which was like $2,000 and some damn dollars or whatever, just so he wouldn't get evicted. But we still put his ass out. We just didn't want the eviction on our profile, because when you have an eviction on your profile, like it's hard for you to move around. And you know what I mean? So we didn't want it on our profile. And we were so mad at our son that we paid the money and still kicked his ass out. We made him go live. I don't even know where my son went that time. I think he lived with his girlfriend, but I was so hot. I even cussed her out. I cussed her out because I just did. She reminds me of that too. I remember that, and that was the first time I met her too. I cussed my son girlfriend, the one he with right now. I love her to death now, Cassandra. If you listen to me, you know I love you. But I cussed her out the first day I met her. And she's still around. And this was what, 6 years ago? I did. She reminded me of that sometimes. She said, the first time I met you, you cussed me out. I did. I was so mad at my son, and she was just there. And I hadn't met her. So I told my son, don't bring no more women around. I didn't met enough women, you know? I said, I don't want to meet nobody else. I ain't meet nobody else. I refused to meet somebody else. And then I met her. Cussed out. I can't tell you what I call that girl. We over it though. I love her. It's my daughter-in-law. Even though they ain't said I do, that's my daughter-in-law. I do anything for her. But yeah, he's like, I was gonna pay. I paid when they said 5 o'clock. I was working something out. You don't get your ass out the way right now. We had to pay that bill. Then he told us later, I was too embarrassed to tell y'all. So he would have let us get an eviction on our record because he was too embarrassed to tell us what. My husband got our daughter out of debt every time. She would do the same thing until we show her tough love. Yep, Tina. Sometimes you do got to show them tough love. But we weren't about to show them tough love at our expense. Like we didn't want that on our record. But sometimes you do. I remember my son was like, oh, Mom, we need 4 new tires. I'm like, oh, well, you better go get them because I'm not buying no tires. But we give our kids money for Christmas time. Like we used to do more, but we'll give them money around Christmas time and figure out what you're gonna do with it. Other than that, if your mama can work 2 jobs when she was your age, you can go get 2 jobs too. 2, 3, 4. But he's doing so much better now. She said, I thank the Lord I called him. My good son never disrespected me or been in trouble or jail. That's why I call him the good son. Yes, girl. Every now and then you get one that slip through. I be talking to Candy too. I don't know if she in the chat, but she got a good son too, child. Mm-hmm. My daughter, I call her. My daughter has never given us any trouble. Never, ever, ever. Nope. But anyway, child, I'm about to get off this damn thing. She said, I'm a girl mom and girls can. Girls be bad. We got 2 daughters. I got a bonus daughter and my bio daughter, and neither one of them gave us any trouble. They're just good girls. They always been. Just good girls. She said they mouthy. Really? No. My daughter's not mouthy. I think my daughters probably know that I don't play. And I think my son knew I didn't play too. He used to call me a drill sergeant. But I don't know. My daughter ain't never tried me either. Never ever. She stuck her tongue out when she was like, I can't remember if she was 9 or 10. She got in trouble for that, but like as she been older, she's 22 now. She'll be 23 next month. She ain't never got smart me or nothing like that. She said, good morning, my baby sister doesn't like bills. That's a good thing. She don't like bills. How old is she? You know what I think the mouthy girl come from? And you could tell me if did this happen with you, Mickey? But did she start getting mouthy with you when she was around a teenager, like a younger teen, and you let it slip by? Like you didn't correct it, you didn't nip it in the bud, you just kind of let it go, and then it just kept increasing. Did that happen? Because with these girls, you gotta nip it in the bud. I mean, you probably need to do it with both kids, girls and boys. But with the girls, with the mouth, you gotta nip it in the bud as soon as they start that shit. If they 12 and they start, nip it in the bud. If it's 11 and they start, nip it in the bud. You gotta nip it in the bud real fast. You can't wait till they're 17, 18, 19, 20 and up. You can't do it then. You gotta nip it in. She said they are teens now. Well, girl, you gotta nip it in the bud right now. I mean, you gotta nip it in the bud, because if you don't, it gets worse. You know what I mean? I would think that. But because I think they will try you, but you gotta let them know that, I snap your neck off. No, not literally, but not literally snap their neck, but no, but you kind of gotta let them know that that ain't what we do around here now. You don't talk to me crazy, and I'm not gonna talk to you crazy. We gotta understand it, you know what I'm saying? She is 56, but more, she doesn't pay them. Oh, wait a minute. She said she's 56 and she don't pay bills. Lord, who pay the bills for? She said, okay, I'm gonna go back and replay this live, watch the one before this one, so by noon I'll be caught up. I hung out with my grandbaby yesterday and missed way too much. LOL. Yeah, you funny. You are so funny. I'm about to get off this live. I've been on for almost 3 hours. Lord Jesus, the lights is coming up. Child, I ain't even been to sleep yet. I was falling asleep when I was watching Jenny live. My husband was snoring. I was laying in the bed trying not to laugh or anything. And every time I would laugh at someone, I would say, what you mean for you over there snoring? calling the hogs home, right? But I was falling asleep, and then I'll wake up, then fall asleep, then I'll wake up. She said, "Why y'all up? Go to bed." Hey, Candy, I just complimented your son. She said, "I don't have no problem with my bio kids. They turned out to be fine." That's a blessing. That's good. She said your baby sister don't like bills, and then you said your baby sister's 56. Damn, that's your baby sister, Lisa. She said, my baby sister. Yes, I told him you got a good son. I said there's a few people got good boys. I should have nipped it in the bud with my son, but I didn't. He was my first, so I kind of let my son kind of, say what he wanted to say. She said 2K did a story on a disrespectful 15-year-old. If by chance you see it, I would love your take on it. Was it a disrespectful 15-year-old girl or 15-year-old boy? No one, and she lives like she lived until she figured it out. Wow. Well, yeah, you gotta pay your bills now. Them damn lights get turned off and shit. You sit in the dark long enough, you'll start paying them bills. My daughter used to make me cry. She called me weak. It wasn't that my feelings were hurt. She used to call you weak. How old was she? That means you was too soft on her. You should have brought her to my house for a few weeks. No, I'm just kidding. She called you weak. Yeah, you spoiled her. Oh, it was a girl, a 15-year-old disrespectful girl. Oh, Lord. You got to nip it in the bud with these girls, though. You cannot let these girls think they can size you up. You know what I'm saying? If your daughters think for one moment that they can size you up, I promise you they will try you one day. You got to get a little crazy. I ain't saying pull out no gun and shoot the girl in the neck like that other mama, that horrible mother did the other day. And that's why her ass is about to go to jail for attempted murder, right? I ain't saying do nothing like that, but you got to get it out of their head that they can size you up. Because if they feel like they can size you up, they going to try you. None of my daughters never tried me, maybe because, I don't know. I just think they know that woo, child. I think that they just probably, I don't know. I'm going to ask my daughter when she wake up, like, what man has never tried me? I actually think my daughter probably think that I beat the shit out of her, for real. And my other daughter didn't size me up, and she wasn't no little girl. She was kind of a bigger girl. Now, she did roll her eyes at me when she was 9 as well. But she ain't sized me up, though. She rolled her eyes at me. But she ain't never act like she wanted to swing on me. And we don't even talk like that. Like, we ain't even like that at all. Like, it ain't nothing like that. Nothing like that. But if your daughters, and plus they in their 20s now, thank God, they grown 22, well, she about to be 23 and 25. And she about to be 26 and married. She about to be married, But I do feel that if your daughters, when they like 12 through 16, or even I won't even say 17, from 12 to 17, I think they might do little things to try to see what you do or say, because they trying to size you up. They trying to see if you're going to allow them to get away with certain things, But I think that if they know that you will break them in half, then I don't think that they would go far. Like, and you ain't got to hit them to let them know that you will break them in half. I think my daughter know I would have broke her in half, and I don't have to hit her. I don't have to beat her or anything, but I think she just knows that I would have broke her ass in half if she ever tried me like that. I think she just know. Oh no, my mama break my ass now, so I ain't even gonna go there with her. She said, I see your live about that mother in Maryland that shot her daughter, and that is horrible. Yeah, that showed no self-control. And then she wanted her daughter to lie and say that an intruder did it. No, mama. No, 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 no. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. You should have thought about that before you go pick up a weapon. Now, we were taught when you pick up a weapon, you should be prepared to use it. That ain't no toy. Don't go grabbing for a weapon unless you're about to use it. Right? That ain't no toy. You don't pick up a weapon and think that you just gonna scare somebody. No. Mm-mm. That mother needs to be in jail. She has no self-control whatsoever. She was 16. She's the only child. Does she still make you cry now, Justin? Is she 16 now, or was this years ago? I wouldn't even know how I feel for my daughter to tell me I'm weak. If my daughter told me I was weak, I'd be like, weak. You know, she take your weakness for, I mean, she take your kindness for weakness. You probably have so much patience and love for her. And that's why she call you weak. She said, Amor, let me get up and do one of my jobs. I have 3 of your videos to watch that has encouraged me to go and keep me busy, LOL. Hey, Miss Magnificent. She said, I nipped it in the bud. Not a problem since. Yeah, you got to nip that shit in the bud. She said, Amor, these 2,000 kids is something else. Not if you nip it in the bud. She says, right, I can give my son that look like, don't play with me. Exactly. She said, right then, told the dad to just not show up. Exactly. Told the dad, if y'all don't come to court, then they're going to drop it. But what you got to understand that the state pick stuff over. The state pick things over. It ain't even up to him no more. You know? She said, yeah, that's when it starts, 12 and 13. Yep. I'm telling you, you got to nip it in the bud. They need to be so scared. I ain't even going to say scared, but have enough respect for you that they won't even try you no matter what. She said it's best to train and discipline them from a toddler on up, and that'll show you more respect. Our daughter never disrespect us. My nephew the same way. You're right. If you can show them at a toddler age, and maybe I can ask my daughter when she wakes up. I'm just curious as to what she say. Like, at what age were you when you realized your mama don't play? Don't you dare try your mama because it ain't gonna be nothing nice. I'm gonna ask her when she wakes up. I'm just curious as to what she's gonna say. My daughter tried to get beside herself, and I changed my voice and looked at her like, girl, I would knock your block off. She straightened up quick. I can still talk to her and make her cry. And how old is she, Candy? We gotta get your time now because Jay said you all his what? Wait a minute. We gotta get your time now because Jay said you all his later. That's right. But guess what? I'm gonna be in that damn bed. He gonna have to watch football or something. But he did. He was like, "Don't be planning them for tomorrow. Don't plan that for tomorrow." She said, "Who this lying woman on the screen?" This the girl. This is the lady that went on Toya panel and said that Brianna daddy touched her, and she told the counselor at the school, and they told her mama, and ain't nothing happened to the daddy, child. She said, I know that's right, Candy. Try me if you want to. She said, no, we are very close. She's a teacher. Oh, then she should know better, honey. Let me tell you something, though. She said 14, 15 in January. Okay, she'll be 15. Let me tell you something, though. 9 times out of 10, if you do have I don't want to say misbehave. I'm just going to say a challenging child. When they start having kids of their own, they're going to realize how much patience and love you had for them, right? because their kids is gonna put them through some bullshit. And then they're gonna be like, they're gonna come back and apologize and be like, you know what, mom, I'm so sorry for this, I'm so sorry for that. You know? Because my son has 3 daughters, and he was like, "Mom, they're gonna give me gray hair." But I laughed, secretly rooting them on, like, "Give them hell, give them hell, keep them away, give them hell," like secretly. That's why if I'm ever around, if they want candy, they can eat candy until midnight. I don't give a shit as long as they're going back to their daddy house that night. No, but he has 3 girls, so all the hell he gave me, he gonna get back, baby. You hear me? He gonna get back. He told my mom I came in one day. I came in there and she was twerking, and I said, "Okay." He said, "What you mean, okay?" I'm like, she was just dancing or whatever. No, ma, ma, How you gonna say something like that? You ain't gonna get on? What am I get on for? Oh, I can't believe you acting like that. My daughter was dancing to that Sierra song. I can't remember whatever that Sierra song was. It was some fast Sierra song. Boy, she was getting off. He sent me a video. All I could do was laugh. Yes, get him, get him. I came in there, she twerking in the mirror. She was like 8 years old. It is what it is. You wait till she turns 13 and 14. She gonna get your ass. So shit. No, hopefully not though. My son a softy when it comes to them damn girls. Yes, payback. Period. She said, I have a son old as he called me a bee while I was peeling an apple. I stopped peeling and stuck him. Oh Lord. You would never do this. The girl with the apple cutter. I mean, was it bad? Did he start bleeding? Oh Lord. She said, I stopped peeling and stuck him. Hey, he won't disrespect you no more. God, not the apple peeler child. She said, but he learned his lesson. She said, I did it subconsciously. She wasn't even thinking like, oops, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I stuck your ass, but I didn't mean to do it. She said, you got that right, because my son, 2 years old, drive me crazy. My son said he's a spoiled crybaby because of me. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Because of you. Say my bonus daughter loved me for discipline. Wait a minute, hold on. My daughter, what? My bonus daughter loved me for discipline to them. 3 of them are grown and were teenagers, and I love them. I'll just figure out. Okay. She said, Toya called the girl name in the video. She said, Kiara Davis, we need you to come back up and finish telling us. I don't know if that's how it's spelled, but that's how Toya pronounced it. Yeah, I do remember that. She did say Kiara Davis. Well, her picture gonna stay on that thumbnail. She gonna come out because she gonna want that picture off. Because you know that type of stuff stay out there. She said she done stuck the girl unconscious or subconsciously. Like, I ain't mean to do it, but you know, you can't call me no B. Yeah, no, I ain't never had my kids call me that, child. I don't know what I would do if child. I got mad when my son called me a gold digger. My son told me I only married Jay for money. I said, what? How I'm a lieutenant and he a captain. We met, I'm a lieutenant and he a captain. Hell, he was only making probably maybe like $600 more than me. He called me a gold digger. I had a whole job. Like, what you? He was trying to make it seem like I won't marry nobody unless they make us some money. You damn right. Your mama ain't crazy now. I'm not marrying no bum. I ain't marrying no dude that ride around on no bicycle. Mm-mm. I said, gold digger. Mom, if he was making less money than you wouldn't even got with him. And you right in your point. But that's it. He bled out through his neck. Oh Lord, he said the neck had to go to the hospital. Police came and he was still cussing, and they took him and said, "Have a better day, mom." How old was this thing? They took him. Damn. How old was he? She said he was still cussing when the police came. So they took him away and said, "Hey, mom, go ahead and have a better day. We got him." Damn. Gloria. Oh my goodness. He won't cuss you no more though. Mm-mm. Nip the disrespect in the bud. Do not think it's just, it's only going to get worse. If they are young, nip it in the bud. If they 14, nip it in the bud. If they 15, nip it in the bud. They 16, nip it in the bud. They 17, nip it in the bud. They 18, put their asses out. And I'm just kidding. No, but nip it in the bud. Try your best not to let it go past a certain age. Like really nip it in the bud. Like within 2 to 3 weeks, try to nip that shit in the bud. Like come to some type of understanding that they need to know. But really try to nip it in the bud. Because if they go on too long and they get grown, ooh, Lord Jesus, then you can cancel Christmas, honey. Cancel Christmas. My son was disrespectful at times when he was young. Also, he's 17 now. I definitely was called a gold digger once upon a time as well. What's wrong with these boys calling us gold diggers? Like, miss with a bro. My son told me one time when he was of age that he shouldn't have to pay rent because only thing that I'm gonna do with the money is buy curtains and rugs. He said, "You don't need the money. All you're gonna do is buy more rugs and curtains and stuff." Dude, he said pillows, and you gonna buy pillows and rugs and curtains. If I'm taking and wipe my ass with it, right? Sit here and tell me you shouldn't have to pay rent because all I'm gonna do is buy pillows and curtains and rugs. You don't need the money. You're just gonna go buy more rugs and pillows and stuff. You don't even need it. Like who tells you that? What child tells you that? Mine. Jeez. You gotta love them. You gotta love them. You gotta love them. Especially listen when they come from you. You like, damn, they act just like me. You know what I mean? Anyway, gotta love them. You gotta love them. Because if you don't, who will? I missed all the live this weekend, Lord. Good morning, Amore. Good morning, Chris. I'm about to get off, y'all. Y'all gotta go catch Jenny's live. I was in and out of it. I gotta go back and listen to the rest of it, but I do that. I'm gonna take me a bubble bath and I'm gonna relax. I think I'm gonna make breakfast before I go to bed. Then I'm gonna lay down. Good morning, missing my mom. Oh, she's missing my mom. Oh, where is mom? Oh, I know who you are. Never mind, I know. I ain't gonna say never mind, but I don't want to have to bring up bad memories for you. Sorry, baby girl. She said, my son tells me I'm not giving no money to give Zoe. My son tell me I'm not giving you no more money to give Zoe. Oh, yo, baby girl. He 22. Yeah, it's time to go. 22 and spoiled as heck by my mom. He was her first grand. Yep, that'll do it. I didn't speak to him for 4 years. It made me sick to not talk to him, but I stood my grounds. His dad went to see about him. Yep, but y'all probably real good now in a good place. Now I don't know if I can go 4 years, but I went some months now. I don't know if I can go 4 years. Oh, you lost her in April. Oh, okay. That's your guardian angel, baby. She's there watching over you. I don't know if I could do 4 years. I would probably crack, but I definitely did some months and it was very hurtful. So I understand where you're coming from, you know. I understand how you feel. But girl, sometimes you have to show that tough love. Oh, I was supposed to play something. Hold on a second. Before I get off, somebody said they was gonna send me. All right, let me hear it. Let me hear it. All right, somebody said it says. Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, let me play this that somebody sent me. Oh, okay. So somebody. Let me read. Let me listen. I'm gonna let y'all hear it with me. Let me put it up here and then we're gonna get off after this. It's supposed to be the one. Did it come? Somebody said was going to get the recording of Bree saying that he did not have a gun. Okay, so let's listen. All right, hold on. Is this the video? I think it is. All right, so let's listen.
The phone, and so many people have seen, and I'm on the phone with 911 operator. The 911 operator asks me, as I'm telling her what just happened, she asked me, do anybody in the home own weapons? I said, yes, he has a gun. Now, everybody took that from social media as, oh, she's trying to set him up and get him killed and get him murdered. So
are you live during this moment?
No, I didn't go live yet.
Right. Okay.
He's recording me.
He's recording.
Yeah.
On his live or just recording regularly?
No, just recording on his phone.
Right. Okay.
So I'm on the talk to 911. This is him calling. I mean, this is him recording me while I'm calling 911 and I'm talking to them. So I said, yes, he has a gun. But everybody took that as, oh, she's trying to set him up. Did she know the white cop's going to come kill him? And I'm just like, the 911 operator asked me, was he following me? Yes, you just followed me out of the closet. We were just in the closet. You came out to follow me to the bed. That's following me. 1, 2, the 911 operator says, do anybody in the home owns weapons? Right. Yes, he has a gun. I'm answering the questions. I didn't say he has a gun in his hand. He getting ready to shoot me. I didn't say none of that. So I get off the bed. I go downstairs. And I'm still on the phone with 911 operator. I find my dad finally come upstairs after hearing me scream for him. So I tell my dad what happened quickly because I'm still on the phone with 911 operator. And then that's when I went live because him and my dad started arguing. And I thought by going live that he would not want the world to see him disrespecting my dad.
Yeah. I can't believe your dad was living there too for him to even think to do something like that.
He can't. My dad always comes to visit us.
Got it.
Like every 2 to 3 weeks, my dad always comes.
Did your dad hear this domestic situation going down?
I was screaming for him from upstairs. So when I went downstairs, that's when he was coming up from the basement. And then that's when they started feuding. And I'm like,
you were recording all this. You went live.
No, I was still on the phone with 911 when they first started. As it started getting worse.
Oh wait, what? Oh wait, what? Is it over? What is this? Oh, okay. I guess that's it. Okay, so she said she didn't say he had a gun in his hand. She said the operator asked her, "Does he have a gun?" Um, she said, this is not her admitting Robert didn't have a gun, so I'm confused at what Annie was saying. She said that she didn't say that he had a gun in his hand. Remember, we were saying we couldn't see his hand. We couldn't see his hand. We couldn't see if he had a gun or not. So I guess she was just saying he had a gun. You know what? I would have to listen to it again, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to listen to it again. But I think I would have to listen to it again to see. Can you hear what the operator's saying? Like, can you literally hear if the operator's asking her something? Did anybody hear that? Can y'all tell me that part? I really don't want to have to replay that damn video all over again. Because I know somebody didn't play it 15 times on their panel. So I'm so glad you found this video, Line as People. She said, this was a great live. We need more of these. It was on another level of healing for me. I am grateful to y'all for being able to release. Oh, you so welcome, Gloria. We do need to have more of these, though. The mental check lives. Hey, Mrs. Lucas. The mental check lives, too, to let people know that just because we will do more of these. Because you know what I want people to understand, too, especially women? I want people to know that sometimes if we get moody, we get so agitated, so aggravated, and just want to scream sometimes. I want other women to know that you're not alone, one, and it's normal. That doesn't mean that you're abnormal. It doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. Don't mean that you're crazy. It just means, guess what? I just want to scream right now. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad we have this pool because when I feel like that, I go jump in the damn pool. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I get so agitated, I want to scream, I just tell my husband, hey, I'm going for a swim. I'm going to the pool. And then I can get in the water, you know what I'm saying? And it just kind of make me feel much better. And it may not even be something that my husband said to me or whatever. It's just I'm having a moment. And we have moments. And there's nothing wrong with having moments, you know? But depending on who you're around, sometimes they make you feel like you having a moment mean you crazy or something. And you're not, you're just having a moment, you know? If I don't go get in the pool, I'm going to take me a bubble bath, one or the other. But it's just the water that calms me, you know? So I like having a pool. I think I will always have a pool from now on, forever, you know? So, she said, this is her not admitting Robert didn't have a gun, so I'm confused. Honestly, Miss Amore, I'm about mentally maxed out with the whole soccer debate. I don't care to go back and forth about it. I respect whomever don't want to choose to debate about it, but for me, no. Yeah, no. You know, to be honest, you are not by yourself. You are not by yourself, like literally, you know? You're not by yourself. She said, no, that's what she said, Amore. That's why I said RH probably edited that part when the operator asked her that because she did record it. Life for me is so good and I want the best for everyone. My heart is light and I'm truly happy. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. She said she was asked. Yeah, but you know what? Doesn't really matter at this point, honey. They so over and done with. Child to go back and continue to, you know, argue about that type of stuff is ridiculous. I just wanted to point out the you know, the only reason why I pointed this girl out right here is because I had accused Humble Me Hype, that crazy ass chick. I had accused her of being the one talking to Toya and what's her name? Raw and Uncut told me that it wasn't. And she sent me this video to prove to me that it wasn't Humble Me Hype. So I was like, okay, well, that doesn't mean that Humble Me Hype is not a liar, because she is. And this girl is too. So that's why I wanted to do this video. Whoever this girl is. lady, whatever, you know. So Nancy, you so crazy. She said after he cropped that brief stomach video, I never trust a video. That's the standard question for the operators to ask. Yeah, that's true. He edited the video because Brianna clearly said that she had been on the phone with the 911 operator prior to him starting the recording. Well, child, it's over, child. It's over. I ain't seen this early in the morning, child. I'm sleepy. But I love y'all. Thank you, y'all, so much for chilling with me. Thank you, Debbie, for becoming a member. Thank you, Mrs. D, for the super sticker. I'm not going live later, but Jenny said she is. She's going live later. I can't remember exactly what she's going live for. I think the one that she was going to do yesterday, I think she's going to do tonight. I think, if I'm not mistaken. And that is, she wants to talk to the people that tried to leave the saga, but every time they tried to leave, they got drugged, bashed, whatever, harassed, and whatnot. I think she wants to talk about that. If she still wants to do it, I'm not 100% sure. But I guess she'll come on and tell us. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep at least 6 or 7 hours. At least. So I probably won't be up until about 3 o'clock. About 3 o'clock or something like that. Okay. But anyway, I'm sure when I get up, it's going to be some talk in the streets, and I'm sure I'm going to hear it. But who was it that told me about the 2K video with the 15-year-old? I will take a look at it, and I will see if it's something worth discussing, and I'll let y'all know, okay? She said, I will see you in the wee hours of the night. Yes. She said, get some rest or more. Enjoy your family today and see you tomorrow. Yes, that part, okay? It wasn't her, but that help is still crazy as hell. Yeah, you're right about that, Candy. All right, much love to all y'all. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out, and I will catch y'all later. Have a peaceful, blessed day today, okay? I pray that something good comes to each and every last one of y'all on this live, okay? All right, love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.